Anyway,
After this intense talk.
enough of IRL.
We all just hate the
Enough
government
of
because
going
they're
from IRL
fucking
politics
dicks to us.
from IRL politics to potentially politics involving a fictional D&D world. That's what we are all enjoying.
Much more preferable.
Politics,
Definitely
like the guards and gang.
Yeah, gang
Underground
politics. Yeah,
underground gang politics, whatever.
Not gonna lie, not gonna lie, it was actually fun. Think of like the politics of the Kingdom of Jurhan. I'm not gonna lie on that one. It was actually fun to do, but I'm not a political person.
Some people like world building, and that's an aspect that is interesting. Dynamics between people. That's what things is, isn't it?
Yep. All right. So, see if I can remember after the on and out again, off again. Our band of adventurers, the God's Headache, had arrived at the city of Groffield with the intention of hunting down members of the Wardens of the Worldfire. Through your time in Groffield, you had uncovered that there were several dwarfs that were alive during the time known as the Burnings. While you were able to question two of them, the third one appeared to have vanished. Upon asking about more information about the Burnings, the Lord's Guard hired you on to basically give you an in to one of the many gangs that plague Groffield, the Rip Currents. Through some careful wording and a reveal of one of your members having some relation to a criminal background, the Rip Currents agreed to give you a small job to help get one of their suppliers freed from the Bildges, directing you to a hobgoblin who was an organizer of the various underground things such as fight pits. You ended up going to the Tide Bobber, an old ship that was magically enhanced but failed on its first test. In there, Trofnar and Nemesis fought two of the fighters of the Tide Bobber. One putting up a valiant fight and losing, and the other one putting up a valiant fight and winning. Upon the end of this and getting your winnings, a representative of the Bildges asked for you. In the captain quarters of the Tide Bobber, you came face to face with this representative, one that is familiar to Delson. So, that is where we left off. So, you are standing in the room. The hobgoblin is sort of leaning against the wall, watching as the conversation takes place. Cereza is staring mostly at Delson, but eventually turns her gaze away to look at the rest of you. I wasn't aware that Delson had gotten some new friends since the last time we met. I suppose he's grown up a bit.
Well, isn't this a surprise?
Trust me, Delson, it's a surprise to myself. The last I saw you, you were crying as you ran away. And here you are, apparently in cahoots with people who may or may not want to do business. Definitely different from the young boy I saw. God, it must have been only a few months back.
It's been a bit, and I've seen a lot since then.
Cereza looks to you, Nemesis. So, the Baroness, was it?
That's me. Kind of looking at Delson like, what's the deal?
A lovely name, a strong name too. Rather elegant as well, so to see. I'm sure you probably know now, but I'm rather impressed of how you handled yourself down there.
I'm glad it was a good show.
The Bildges could use people like yourself. That's why they asked me to come along and see if anyone here could prove their worth. And you, Baroness, well, it's not every day that people who are newcomers to the Sunken Chest win, especially against one who is so adept at fighting in that environment.
So, what's this about the Bildges?
Oh, what do you mean?
You said they were looking for someone that might be worthy.
Understand, Baroness, that I am limited on what I can say, but let's just say that the organization has fallen into a bit of an understaffing issue, shall we say? And those particular ones that we are understaffed on, we need replenished. So, we see any able-bodied warriors or sellswords, and if we believe them worthy, strong, efficient, then we may offer them work.
I'm interested.
Good, good. I was hoping you would be. I need to get one of my notes here because I forgot the name of something. This is what happens when you have like 1,000,001 fucking documents.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been like almost a month.
It's been like 3 weeks. You watch as Cereza kind of like lean a bit to the right, look towards Hobgoblin. Silid, write it down. He takes out a bit of parchment and just basically has a quill ready. Very well, Baroness. I see that you are more of a combatant than the more discreet kinds of individuals. Would you say that's fair to say?
I would have to agree with that. I'm barely noticeable.
Yes, big, tall, strong. So that does limit us a bit, but there are a few jobs that we have for you. Protection, guard duty, or perhaps you'd be willing to do a bit of wet work.
What's that mean?
Apologies, I thought you'd be more akin to the particular wording. It is a... And the hobgoblin speaks up. She means murder. A rather dirty word, but yes. Yes, wet work. It means murder.
I'd need to know the details before I agree to that.
Of course, of course. The wet one is a bit more difficult, given we have very little information about the mark. There is a individual that is actually the reason behind our little staffing issue. This individual has been dealing with the various people we have, and let's just say has convinced them to leave this mortal plane. And we would like someone able enough to find this person and kill them.
All right. Who is this Mark?
We do not have a name for them, a proper name. We don't know who they are. However, one of the people who fell foul of the individual, but managed to get away, called it the Shadow Phoenix.
Aw.
Kind of look at the group. We've heard about this.
Oh. I suppose the buffoon couldn't keep his mouth shut. He was a gibbering mess when we found him.
Hysteria will do that to a person.
That is the offer for wet work. Guard duty is as it sounds. We would simply post you somewhere where one of our more higher-ranking individuals are, and you would simply guard them with your life. Or you could convince one or two shops to partake in our protection, so to speak.
What if we were to kill two birds with one stone?
Oh?
You're asking me to guard one of your more higher-ranking officials. Does that mean that they'd be a target of the Shadow Phoenix?
It's not a guarantee. We've had many of our high-ranking individuals being able to work without any interruption. This is just merely a precaution.
I was just thinking that if you supply me with someone that would be more likely to be targeted, maybe I could get the Shadow Phoenix as well. Bait, if you will.
Baroness, please. Yes, that would work. But we should also talk about payment for such a task. Considering how risky it is.
You would be paid well. The pay varies depending on the particular job. For the guard duty, you are paid similar to the boring Lord's Guard, but much more lucratively. Mainly because you would be doing it basically day in, day out. The protection, you would get a cut of the initial profits. And the wet work, well, we discuss payment after we've found the mark.
Of course. So say we do this wet work. I believe that you do have quite a bit you could offer to me. Something in particular.
Oh, no, Telson dear. Our little deal those months ago was personal. We are strictly discussing Bildge's business. If you want to speak about your little wish, then that would be something we'd have to partake in separately.
Fair enough. We shall.
You don't need to make a choice immediately. If you simply tell me whereabouts it is you are lodged, I will come and check on occasion. You need only wait for me to arrive once you have made your choice.
Yes.
I suppose we would all need to talk it over quickly. Quick, the cops!
Shit,
Fucking...
the Lord's got her here. We gotta go. Yeah.
Quick, scatter!
I didn't realize that people were so rowdy. Anyway. Of course, you are free to talk it over among your compatriots. Though keep in mind that the job offer is for the Baroness. So, should she decide on what she wishes to do, we shall take her choice over all of yours.
Seems reasonable.
Guys, I'm bad at names. I can't remember the inn that we're staying at. Please help me.
Highway Squall.
The Highway Squall.
The highway school. I'm so bad at names.
You're just gonna have to have a big document that just says names I've got to fucking remember.
Right?
California Route 1. Yeah.
I do have notes. I flip through them and then I'm like, where is it? Where is it?
Just say,
Trust my big boy
I'm at the
brain.
classy end, as befitting a baroness. Well, what's the name of it? I do not take a care to remember name.
Right?
For the sake of it, you do know the name, obviously, and you do. Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me, I have my butler remember things for me, thank you.
Oh, God's not back again.
Yeah, right. The Highway Squall. I'm sure I'll come around sometime during the week.
And I would normally say that we should take our leave, but it seems you and Delson have something personal to discuss.
That's entirely down to him. If he wishes to discuss it.
Yes, we do have something very personal to discuss.
Are you sure that you want to be alone?
I'll be fine.
All right, if you say so.
Okay. Try to not be killed in miscellaneous way.
So everyone but Delson is escorted out of the captain's quarters. Dom, would you like everyone to hear it or no?
Am I allowed to wait by the door at least?
I mean, the hobgoblin doesn't stop you. So
Like, my
Yeah.
plan isn't to listen in, just like in case I hear like a fight or something.
okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead and make
fair
a perception check just to keep yourself aware of what's going
Okay.
on.
I would say let's actually take this one to private.
Okie dokie. And
Bye.
okay. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. There we go.
Here we go.
So, let me find the appropriate music. I don't have appropriate music, but I'll just use my creepy music, because that'll work. Yeah, creepy will work. Okay, so.
Yep.
As they all leave, your Chasarisa's just sort of lean forward, her smile getting wider. So, Delson, what is it that you wish to discuss?
You know damn well what I want.
Oh, let me guess. It's either going to be about your sword or your dear sister.
I could care less about the sword right now. I will get that back one day. As for Eleanor, though, you know I want whatever fucking information you have.
Do you not remember we had a deal? We would play a game. If you won, I would give you that information. If I won, I would take your precious rapier. I do remember. Yes. I won that. The deal was done. So, what could you possibly want to bring to try and get a deal this time? Because I don't like to go back on my deals.
That much I have been well aware of for a long, long time. So, I guess I have only one thing you really can offer at this point.
Hmm.
Money is fleeting, though I have a lot of it. So why not take the stakes up even further? I offer to you not just everything I own on me, but I offer my entire life and service until the day I die.
You watch just as she, like, her eyebrows raise, and she just... Oh, Delson. I've no need for more bodies. I've no need for money. What I'm interested in is the unique, the mysterious. So, how about I alter the deal on this? If you wish for your information, that is all well and good. You may have it if you can provide me something of sufficient worth, not monetary worth. I want something unique and mysterious that I can use. Something akin to your sword, so to speak. I don't want any of those useless, magically enhanced weapons. Those are a dime a dozen. If you find something mysterious that may be of use to you, and I think is sufficient enough, then a deal will be agreed. Until then, Delson, my lips are sealed and the information remains with me.
You always try this hard bargain, don't you?
I make my living about it, darling. I didn't get to where I was by simply rolling over.
I swear one day, this is all going to come right back, bite you in the ass.
I know, it's exciting, isn't it? I await the time where they try to make that happen.
The moment it does happen, I will be waiting, and I will be laughing.
I'm sure you will, Delson. But I intend to delay the inevitable for as long as possible. Though I will, as some good faith, let you know that your sister did still have that beautiful bow. But I was not able to gamble for it. So I can assure you, unless something has befallen her since then, the bow is still in her possession. I know how much you cling to that sword, so I figured you'd be happy to know one little good bit.
You are such a bitch.
I've heard it many times before, dear. It is not... If I had enough gold for every time someone called me that, I'd be living like a queen.
I bet you would. So I guess that concludes our business for now then, Teresa.
You'll know where I'll be, should you get what it is that I ask for. Now go on. Your friends are probably waiting for you.
Yes. See you then.
It was good to see you again, Delson. And I do generally mean it.
I wish I could say it was good seeing you again, but
Oh, trust me,
you
I
know
know.
well that my mother didn't raise a liar.
Sometimes it is good to lie. Anyway, shoot, off with you. Alright, back to normal chat.
Back to normal.
Oh my god, I can't figure out what I want to say.
Well,
Oh,
you gotta figure it out
I
now.
like when she gets to sing at the
Fine.
coffee shop.
We were
That's
just
not bad
talking
for
about musicals. Yeah.
Ah.
Are you talking about like when she says it or like what the A section is?
Yeah,
What the A section
what does she
is.
mean by the A section?
The A section, I'm pretty
Much
sure,
everything.
is the beginning of the song. You know.
Okay.
Just so you know, Peach, because of the 17 that you got, you don't
Yes.
hear you. because you're not like actively trying to like listen into the conversation, you only hear a few bits when their voice is raised, but not enough to like ascertain what it's about. You only start to hear like the last bit of what Delson's saying as he approaches the door and opens it.
Ah,
I'm just gonna walk through, and essentially you can basically just see. You can see Delson is seething.
Okay.
Delson is always seething or crying.
or both at the same time. It's very fun to watch.
Cryfing, as it's called.
He's an
Yep.
emotional boy.
Mhm.
Alright. So, you're escorted back to the vessels that brought you to the Tide Bobber to begin with. And you are very quickly taken back to the abandoned watermill.
Is that what the ship is called?
The Tide Bobber, yes.
Wait a
It
minute,
is-
Is that before it
Like
sank, or is
that?
that its new name?
The Tide Bobber is the name of the ship that had magically enhanced wood that was meant to like prevent maintenance, but it turns out the magic let water just seep in, so it was kind of fucking useless. So
Love
it's,
it.
so it's partially sunk. It's partially sunk, but they were able to get it so that it could actually go up and down in the water a bit. But that's about as far as they got.
I don't know how you screw magic so badly that you make it so it just sucks water in.
It doesn't so much suck water in. It's like with normal like wooden boats, they had like tar and such between the joints.
Yeah.
The magic made that not work
Oh, fun.
because it was meant to like repel the effects of the water, but it ended up being that it repelled the effects of everything.
Oh, shit. So there was no sealant in between the joints, so it was,
There was sealant, but there was also a gap between the sealant because of the
yeah,
magic.
it was basically just wood planks trying to match together. Yeah.
Yeah. And it appears that the Bildges, who appear to own this, were able to somehow make it so that they can basically sort out the water. Like, they essentially fix the problem.
Yeah, because their mages are better than whoever idiots designed it in the first place.
You don't know. You'd have to look up on that stuff. Anyway,
Oh, that was
so
a Swedish shit.
the hobgoblin just kind of looks just outside the watermill. It's like, right, looks to be clear. Try not to bring attention to yourself, and if you want any more trading or jobs being arranged, you just look for me. I know your faces now, so more willing to talk.
Just to check, is that the same hobgoblin who I met fishing for albino
Yes,
whales?
yes, it's the same one.
So basically, if we want to fish for albino whales,
You don't need to tell me about fishing for albino whales. Don't know a fucking thing about that.
it's a fun code word though. Actually, even if it's kind of weird.
But if you want any more of this stuff arranged, or you got something you want to trade but don't want to go through the official routes, I can get that arranged. And he just puts his hood up and walks off into the darkness.
Could look for illegal magical weapon item.
The Trothnar. Want a drinking competition when we get back?
And yeah, you look over to me, and I'm basically using my great axe as like a walking stick. I was like, who the fuck said that?
Okay, Trothnar, you got beat up, you're not senile. And Delson, are you sure that you should be drinking right now? You seem upset.
Sure as hell don't think I should be drinking. But I'm going to anyways.
Are you going to tell us what that all was about?
Sure. So, As you and Trotnar are well aware, I'm not here by choice.
Aye.
Yes, for for a lot of you newer people here. I'm here because I've been looking for a family member of mine, and I kind of lost a lot for that. It just so happens that someone who has information that I would desperately need. Well, you guys just met her. And that information does not come cheap or from standard payment.
Do you mean to say you were an escort?
Not an escort.
Just-
But
Alright,
I
well,
was an
so-
idiot.
You did.
yeah, and I go, oh, okay, you were a bearded warmer, and I do the actually like asterisks in the sky sort of thing.
The two finger, the speech
Yeah, those
marks.
sort of things.
What was it?
Quotations.
Yeah.
Finger
Laser, ozone layer.
Exactly.
Trotnar, if I was a bed warmer, if I slept with her, I would have told you people by now. And let me tell you
tell
something,
us this.
because
So she thought
she
you were
actually
long
knows where, or at least where my sister was last seen. And the type of payment she wants is something rare and unique. And not like any old standard money or unique, or a unique enchantment that anyone could do.
Mm.
So
So-
if someone finds something like this, I'm willing to give them everything I have on me right now just to get it. If I could trade it for this information. For
So
someone to be
Not an old
you're
girlfriend.
saying that you made a deal with her that you couldn't fulfill.
I'm going to let you know that, yes, I made a deal, lost a family heirloom, and boy, was I bad at knowing that playing a game with the devil you hardly know usually means that the deck's stacked right against you.
And okay, she's looking for a rare item or enchantment. What does that mean? That's very vague.
Burn. What is it?
Essentially, it'd be an item that is known very well. Much like the blade I lost to her was.
Just fucking say it, lad.
Essentially, we're looking for an item that is legendary, like one of my father's blades was. Something
Okay, and that's vague. Is it a weapon? Is it a book?
What the fuck? Just fucking say it, mate.
Yeah, is it a
that
specific thing?
anything that
What is it?
Anything?
very
Is it
well
an enchanted
do
cock ring? What the fuck is it?
anything that could very well create something like storms or prolong someone's life.
For fuck's sake, is it a staff? Is it a wand? Is it a sword?
He's
What the fuck are
saying
we
that
looking
he
for?
made a vague deal with a vague person, and now he doesn't know what she wants. And basically, nothing can actually fulfill his end of the bargain.
Exactly.
I want some.
What an
Mostly
idiot!
because I lost a literal bet.
You want some freaking like artifact of the world. Something like that would be worthy of being like a god.
Either an artifact of the world, or to make her a deal that she can't pass up.
So you've essentially screwed yourself.
Yes. And that's why I need a fucking drink.
Right, so the only way we can get anything out of her is if we go, cut off Maureen's nutsack, turn it into a lovely fetching carry case, and give it to her, basically.
Yes.
His sack?
So who's paying for the rounds?
It looks like you fucked yourself into quite a pickle there, friend.
Thanks, I already knew
Listen.
this.
I mean,
We'll figure this out.
aye. We could steal it off her.
Or we could just kill her. But we don't know where she has it either.
Listen, the blade, I could give less than two shits about right now. It's the information that she holds that's valuable.
Aye.
So after we get that, we set her fucking ship on fire.
And since I'm pretty sure no one here knows necromancy, and I just do like a wary glance at Valeth, I'm pretty sure we shouldn't kill her.
Why did you look at me there, Trofnar?
You do realize I could raise her body, but I would highly doubt that would help us.
Sorry,
And
we're
quite
talking about
frankly,
raising the dead. The police are
I
coming.
don't want to.
In the background, we just hit all the villagers, go, oh fuck, and run. Wait. What did you say, Death? Sorry, what did you say again?
I was saying, yes, I could raise her if she were killed, but quite frankly, not only would I think that wouldn't help us, but I would quite rather she be rotting in a shallow grave if she does perish.
Okay, I'm gonna skip by the fact that you just said you can raise the dead. Because,
Did you forget I literally went to a church? After
I mean, we've all entered a church, but we don't all know how to, raise the dead.
Exactly, mate. I wasn't a religious cult. Doesn't mean I can. Doesn't mean my best friend's a fucking skeleton.
I'm very sure this is not what he meant.
Exactly.
Alright, we should go back to the inn, and then we should discuss what to do further.
Mm-hmm.
And
Pretty
Trofnar,
sure Raya's missing us.
I'm pretty sure your best friend's the little roach I saw scuttling around in your beard like 3 weeks ago.
Ah, I was waiting for the just a perfect moment to introduce you guys to Ingvar.
I'm pretty sure your roach friend also was the one that was found dead in your room.
Wait, what?
Have you brought it to Neri yet? I'm sure she'd love it.
From what I know of that lass, she doesn't play well with others,
Mm.
Especially things, smaller and more delicious than her.
Can I take out the little void shard that I have? Just look at it.
Right, we need to head back. I don't think I can feel my pancreas anymore. Let's go.
Alright. So you make your way. I assume during this entire time you were walking and talking. So it's only a couple of minutes before you're back at the highway squall. As you enter, it is rather quiet, given it is rather late at night. There's only a handful of patrons out here.
I'm just gonna order the strongest drink there is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up and get something and get.
Alright.
They didn't have any dwarf stuff, did they? I think I remember this. They didn't have any dwarf.
No, you're thinking of the rusted winch that has that.
Yeah. So I'll just have a regular, disgusting, piss weak human ale.
Alright.
How much is it?
It is. I'm just getting the price now. Haven't had to look at my my list of shops in Groffield spreadsheet for a while. It is 4 copper for some ale.
Can I get change for 1 gold?
Sure. That is 9 silver and 6 copper.
Cool. And yeah,
I'm just you down. I'm basically just putting down 28 copper.
Yeah. So right, the math is 10 copper is 1 silver, 10 silver is 1 gold, 10 gold is 1 platinum.
Yeah, it's just 10, 10, 10. Yeah.
And no one cares about Electrum.
Nobody cares about Electron. The only person that cares about anything Electron related is Peach right now.
Yeah.
Hi.
I mean, I still keep the coins as remembrance.
Alright.
She has.
I forget. Weren't you saying something about like making like a necklace for an Electrum piece?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna
She
get like,
already
a whole
did.
She already
I did that
she
months
did that.
ago.
I
Yeah.
couldn't remember if you did do that or not.
She did it before you guys left the Platinum Hold.
I just couldn't remember if you did.
This campaign's been going on for a while. It's people are gonna forget some of the stuff that happened in the past there.
We're coming up to a year, aren't we, or 2 years?
We've already gone well past a year. I think
Yeah, true.
it will be at 2 years this year.
Oh fuck yeah.
Woohoo.
Yep. So.
Yeah, because I remember Peach cajoling me to join like 2 summers ago.
Yep. Anyway, so you all get your drinks, and you just kind of spend a few hours just sitting there, just drinking what you've got.
I guess these guys are gonna get drunk. I'm gonna go upstairs.
Food.
All right. So, if that's the case, outside of drinking and obviously going up to do your sleepy stuff, is there anything anyone wants to do before, like, they clock in for the night?
Tell you what, now that I've got a moment, can I spike my drink with a... Oh, actually, no, I won't do that. No, that's really dumb. Carry on.
Okay.
Was he about to use card route?
No, I was about to do something even worse.
Yeah. Alarm, your mic.
Who's lit a fire next to their mic?
I was just leaning.
Whatever it was, it caused a lot of noise there.
It wasn't pretty.
Weird.
Okay. So, if that's the case then, you finish your drinks and eventually retire to your beds for the evening. Nothing appears to happen, so you wake up the next day, fully rested, full health, and the morning is yours. So, God's headache, what is it we should do?
Druffner, how do you look now?
Truff looks bruised from the impact. He's a bit sore, but he's, all intents and purposes, he's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I felt worse.
We find Delson just sitting at the bar.
Nah, I'm just
Got
going
enough.
for gun training.
No, I mean, did you pass out in the bar?
Ironically, no.
No.
Alright, so you go off for your training. What is the rest of you doing for the day then?
You know, so I just remembered I have these ingredients for the potion. It would look fine. Where can I find a place to make?
Well, there's a lot of places in Graffield where you could work on making a potion.
Like that?
Was that? I didn't hear you there. You cut out there for a second.
Sorry. I'll probably spend my day making. Probably gonna be a whole day to make something.
Alright. Okay. So you spend your day doing that. And what's everyone else doing? So Raya said that she's bathing.
I can drink the potion and become like human strong.
I don't think there was anything I particularly wanted to do. I wanted to talk with everyone about what to do, but they're doing their stuff right now, so I'll just wait.
I mean, we could do that before we all leave.
Yeah, it's
I would like
fancy.
to find a jeweler.
Okay. So, so is it just whatchamacallit? Are you just all doing your own thing, or is it a case of like you having the little talk thing about the jobs first? Like, what are you doing, guys?
Are you guys gonna all do your own things first, or do you want to talk first?
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to discuss what you've done.
Alright, so you all gather in the morning and just kind of like sit down. You want the tails a little bit further away, out of earshot of any people that are in.
All right. So I wanted to ask you all what you guys think I should do.
The web work job will get you everything that you guys are needing.
Well, I mean,
offering the idea for doing the protection.
if I hold you right, the mark, as you said, that you need to pick off, it's called the Shadow Phoenix, right?
Yeah, that's who we've been looking for. The one that's been burning people, apparently.
I mean, I was not in a good way last night, so she didn't tell you any way of like any leads finding this cunt, right?
Not particularly, just the person who survived one of the attacks and possibly agreeing to use one of their officials as bait.
No, it wasn't that bad a way to notice that. It wasn't used as bait, it was protect and make sure he doesn't die. There's a distinct difference.
Yes, but I can do both. And I told her as such.
Indeed. I mean, you're treating him as bait, and she's asking me to just actually... Potato.
I mean, of course you can treat them as bait, but you don't tell them they're being bait. You just say, all you say is, right, we're here to protect you, and we just sit and hope that this shadow cunt, Phoenix bastard twat, shows up.
I mean, we're not gonna tell them that.
No,
We're telling the leader that.
you never tell the one you're tricking that you're tricking them. We're all number one.
I doubt that this woman would tell them anyways, but listen, this would help basically for us to basically swoop in and finish the jobs that we want done. Besides the Riptide supplier, we still need to take care of that.
Aye. I thought with that we could. I mean, let's be honest. Like, I mean, from all the shite we did with the back in Exeter, we got more money than the Kings of Mithrilhammer. I mean, we don't. I mean, we could say for your payment for protecting / killing, they could be to wipe away the debt of the guy who ran the potion shop.
It's only if he's still alive.
I mean, I doubt that he's dead, but
Well, I mean, it's easier to get money out of someone when they can tell you where the fuck it is. You know.
the point is that we need to get him to, I guess, stop being afraid of the Bildges and supply the Riptides.
Aye. True.
Technically, we could get the Bildges to agree to stop harassing this particular supplier, but then I think that would raise questions.
True. I mean, if these two gangs are at war, I'm guessing they wouldn't like newest contract as a double agent. You know what I mean? I don't want someone compromise, right? So I'm working for the competition. So
They did mention doing a protection, quote unquote, job, going to shops and persuading them.
why is everything quote unquote? Just fucking say it, mate. It's bullshit. It's wasting my fucking time.
It's
say it if you want-
extortion.
Just say if you want to go beat up some merchants until they pay you to stop. Fucking say that. Don't go. Oh, it's protection. Fucking. Of course, it's not fucking protection, is it? Anyway.
Trothnar, I've never been in any of this before. I don't know how these people work. Shut up.
Actually, I kind of like hearing him rant. It's funny.
Read the naming
I mean, I have got to at some point reach the old man yells at cloud period of my life. So.
We should buy him a soapbox so he can stand on it and yell at regular people.
Well, I will agree with the naming sense, but it is better to say like protection. Okay, then another like 5.
But like, come on, we were surrounded by other criminals. You know, if we're in the middle of the fucking Aldrin Palace, I get using the fucking double speech and the underhanded parlance, but there he can just be as honest as a fucking newborn babe. It winds me up anyway. And you have the runnings of an old sober dwarf, so we need to figure out what the fuck we're doing. It's not up to me, is it? It's not up to me, old great champion, is it?
Are you being petty now?
No, of course not. Of course not. You winning a fight against an amateur when I barely lost against a fucking bulldozer, eh? Not being petty at all.
Yeah, sure. Barely lost.
I had him exactly where I want him, and I was allowing him to false insecurity, and then I was going to stab him in the knees, alright? That's it.
I broke him in a bruise.
Anyways, while Trothnar is being a petulant child,
Guess I need a
I
statement,
mean, technically, I could do all 3 jobs. I'm sure that the protection one to scout out the supplier would only take a day or so.
Okay.
What the?
Ooh,
Yeah.
The worst
fire alarm.
cops. Yeah. With the cops.
Now we're not smoking weed in the house again.
You see a bard in the distance with a flute like, sorry.
Fucking hell. If she lets me do all 3, then I suppose I can do that. Who would go with me on these little exchanges?
Aye,
I'd
I'll
go with
there.
you on the protection.
I
But I'll-
happily volunteer for all 3 jobs.
I'll do all 3 as well. Sounds like fun.
I'll give you a little bit of a warning, though.
Besides, we run into you know who.
I'll do anything but
Yes, the shadow
I
phoenix.
will do the guard in the wet work thing. I feel like doing it.
I'll help out with the wet work as well.
I think because, I used to be a merchant and that kind of happened to me.
I am going to say one thing, though. Baroness,
Don't trust her? Like,
if we get pushed into a corner with the whole Shadow Phoenix thing, please, whatever you do, do not show your wings. Aside from not
Dude, it might
trusting
make them
her.
shit themselves.
I don't want you being on the radar of rare and unique things. It's a friend.
fine. If it comes down to it, I will not display myself.
And you hear Truffle
Just a way to phrase that.
Oh my
You
God,
hit.
I heard it once I said it.
You hear very far in the distance. Oh my!
Oh my God.
Besides, if you need to display yourself, there's
Oh
always
my
an empty
God.
room, and there's always Fortune for that. I'm sure she
Excuse
wouldn't
me.
mind.
What do you mean?
Fortune, you know well what I mean.
I just-
Ma'am,
I do.
it's in the. Ma'am, I think it's funnier if you don't know. So
Also, Fortune, you're a decent person. You know that.
I think you're the first person that ever said that about me.
That's not true. I give you lots of nice compliments.
Yeah, she's alright, but I wouldn't go as far as saying she's nice, you know. Bearable, I'd go with.
you're fine.
Just like you, Trosnar. Bearable.
Trothnarr, you're one of the nicest knife holders I've ever met.
I don't use knives.
Yeah.
I believe that's a figure of
What
speech.
you really mean that?
Yep, it's definitely a figure of speech.
Okay, I'll take it. Alright, so thank you, I guess. Yeah, I'm shite with a knife. It's for, you know, namby-pamby landwalkers, but alright.
Oh god. Who knows where the Dagger of Destiny is now?
Oh yeah, what happened to the Dagger of Destiny?
You gave it to Murak, I believe.
Yes.
So odds are it's still probably in his lair.
And he's just wondering, why did I accept this ordinary-looking dagger?
It's either in his lair, or if he's been killed by other plane hunters. I don't know where the fuck it would be then if that's the case, but you don't know.
It probably got thrown into a plane hunter's neck.
Yeah. It's actually what
And thus he
started the
learned the
war
power
between
of it.
Jirahan and the Gilgamesh Horde.
Oh god, that's what their weapon is.
Their fight, yeah,
They're
exactly.
launching the Dagger of Destiny like a railgun.
Alright. So, if the conversation's over, then you spend your day doing your respectable whatevers. Fortune, you said that you were looking for a jewelry store?
Yes.
Yep, easy enough to find. There's one or two that operate. What is it you're looking for?
A necklace with either opals or amethysts. One of the two.
Opals or amethysts? They don't actually have opals. They have pearl necklaces. Being, you know, so close to the Soul River, and given its size, they are able to get pearl necklaces.
Not good enough. Let's go with the amethyst.
Okay.
Sake.
So they've got, like, how decorated is it that you're looking at? Because it is partially custom if you are looking for it to be, like, more fancy. Like,
A
you're
little
just
bit
looking.
more fancy.
So you going beyond like a gold chain with the gem on there. You're looking for like one with which has got like several gems. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It will take about a day or two for them to like customize what they currently have, and it will cost you about 200 gold.
Easy enough. Let me just math my stores here.
You're gay, you can't math.
I know I can't math. How much would it be for a ring to go with it as well?
Just a plain ring, like a plain gold
Keeping
ring,
on
or
the amethyst thing.
on the
yes.
amethyst. So adding an amethyst onto a gold ring would be 70 gold total.
Okay, so 270 gold for everything. Okay, yeah, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
And it needs to be in a fancy box.
all right, that's an additional 5 silver.
Oh my gosh, you're about to propose.
Does sound like it actually.
5 silver, so I'd get 5 silver back for that.
If you're using a gold for it, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, then you get 5 silver
Please,
back.
the only thing I have is copper and gold. I have nothing in between.
If only there was some sort of currency exchange. Alas, this is medieval times. I'll take a goat for 5. Anyway. So, anyone else doing anything of particular note, or are they just waiting for Sarisa to show?
I was gonna try and brew this hill giant, like that I found like happening ingredients or something.
Yeah, so it was... One second, let me just remind myself how long it takes to do those.
Yeah. The only thing I have note here is that apparently I quarter the price.
Yeah, so it's like... So to make the potion, like, not including the fact that you've got those ingredients, it would be half, and because you got those ingredients, it's halved again. So it's a quarter of the price for the potion, which I'm just quickly searching for. Yeah, this is the right book that I'm looking in.
Be right back, food's here.
Okay.
Enjoy. Crafting stuff is...
Share the foods with us.
Yeah, I'm
Scoffins.
hungry. All I've eaten so far is a muffin.
So what particular
All I've
giant
eaten is-
strength one is it? Does it say? Did it?
Yeah, hill
so-
giant.
Hill giant. Okay, so that's... I believe that's a common one, so let me just quickly...
You know,
I think... Or is that uncommon? 1 second, I need to get the particulars. God, there's so many books here that I gotta look at. 1 sec. Yeah, just check the compodium then.
what's
So if it's of hill giant strength...
was very short.
Yeah, I'm just quickly pulling up the... Because I know with some of those potions, it takes a while.
There is potion. So it probably has their variant.
There we go, potion of giant strength.
Kind of here's like
Okay, so hill giant is uncommon. So by default, 400. So it'll cost you 100 gold. And it
will cost me 100 gold, or do I?
It will cost you 100 gold, and that's after like the double halving.
Okay.
And to
It
make
actually sets your strength to it. I actually will have giant strength. That is...
and just to quickly see. And divide by that. Cost more. One period of time. Good work. Give me a second, guys. It's going beyond, even further beyond a potion of a simple potion of healing. I would say it would take you about 4 days in total for it to be fully created, because it's an uncommon item. So it's one that takes a little bit of like care and focus.
I really could do this earlier. I only found it right before.
Yeah. Let me just check here. Oh, no.
I guess I'll...
Yeah, it'll take you about a work week, so about 4 to 5 days to create the potion of hill giant strength. Given its rarity, so it's a bit more complicated to make. It's not like a potion of healing where it's only a few ingredients. This is like there's work that needs to be done in order to ensure the potion comes out right.
Maybe else is doing so much training. I can maybe ask, like, hey, you want to help me make this potion? Like, you're the alchemist. Like, he's done training.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he has about a week and a half still of training to be proficient in gun. So unless he wants to stop with
I
that,
am doing gun.
Every time, yeah.
okay.
Fortunately, I don't know how useful. I think people who benefit from actually already have already.
Well, keep in mind, Hill Giant will put their strength to 21, and by default, nobody here, 1, has a strength score of 21, and 2, can get a strength score of 21 unless they're a 20th level barbarian. So, keep that in mind.
Yeah,
When
but I mean, there's a difference between the increase of like 18 or 19 to 21 versus like 7 or 10 to 21.
Did someone die when I was gone and we're just talking about backups now? Or...
Nope.
No, I'm talking about like the usefulness of strength potions that I'm starting to make.
Yeah, Floriana is working
Okay.
on making a potion of hill giant strength, which
Fun.
when you drink it, it gives you a strength score of 21 for an hour.
Actually, now
Nice.
that now that she just, okay, I'm reminding her that we have a rogue. Isn't rogue damage still determined by strength?
Depends
that-
on depends on the weapon. Usually rogues use finesse weapons, which can use dexterity.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. I think I'm remembering from 3.5e words. So
Because rogues are only fancy as fuck.
yeah.
Fancy
Yeah.
as fuck.
Oh, I miss.
Like, it might just end up being that this is just me useful to like sure I'm strong enough to like, so I don't fail my athletics checks.
Who knows? Okay, so you spend the day just like working towards getting the hill giant potion done. Then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so obviously mark the 100 gold off, which is the remainder of what you would pay for, with the addition of the ingredients and such. I would say because you've also gotten the ingredients which also half it, it'll shave off about a day or two. Because these are like prepared. So it'll take you about 3 days to make this potion. Because you already have some of the ingredients already pre-prepared from when you went into the Scurvy's Bane. Okay. So you spend your day doing whatever it is that you decide to do. And as you all return, here and there, to the highway squall, you see a familiar person sitting at one of the tables far to the side. The same tiefling that you had saw in the Tide Bobber, Cereza. As the first one of you walks in, she just casually waves at you and just leans back a bit more.
I'm gonna wave back like an idiot. Hi!
Oh my god.
I'm fine with waving. I think I actually said I was like way back. Well, like first better.
Just place my hands on my hips, shaking my head.
Yeah.
I just won't. I won't get a drink.
Fortune just like doffs her top hat, going, "Good morrow, fellow criminal." And yeah, I'm just gonna give her a sideways glance and a scowl. And then head to the bar and sit down.
Alright.
An insight, but I don't know what I mean. We already got a good idea of like who she is.
So, you guys kind of go to your various areas at the bar. None of you go to Cereza, you just go to various parts.
I will go.
Okay.
I shall go with her because, of course, why wouldn't we go see our friend? We love our friend.
Alright, so the majority of you go to the bar, but the two of you go to Cereza.
I'll
Baroness?
just maybe sit off to the side and maybe you know what? Maybe I'll just sit off to the side and listen in.
Stealth to the side, did you say? Or did you say stand to the side there, or stealth to the side?
Yeah, just like
Stand to the side,
just
okay.
like like sit on like like some nearby random table.
Alright. So you go ahead and do that.
listen in.
Baroness? I assume you had a busy day?
Actually,
Somewhat. We discussed
down.
what we wanted to do.
Did you now?
We decided that if you would so let us, we could technically do all 3 jobs.
That would leave you rather busy.
I've got free time.
Now you say we. I assume your friends are intending to partake in this?
Well, some of them at least. I don't think your problem could be handled alone.
No, of course not. You're, a little... Our individual causing our staffing issue is certainly a group one. As is the, offer to the various shops. That said, the guard duty... I'm sure you're aware that given the current climate, we are a bit on edge. I'm afraid I can only afford yourself, Baroness, to take part in this. Don't worry, you won't be alone. There are many of us that are also tasked with ensuring that this individual is kept safe. We just needed to have one last little push, so to speak.
Push.
Push to ensure that they are secure.
All right then.
Could I try an insight check on what it means by push?
Sure, make an insight check.
There. Did I double roll? Oh.
You're not sure? It might just be the way that she words things? You do know that she does tend to use a bit of lingo here and there, so you're not too sure if it's just the way it's the way she speaks, or if it has an underlying meaning.
I suppose it's fine if I'm alone in my endeavor.
You won't be entirely alone. You are to guard the main entrance, and we do have 2 people involved in that, yourself and one of our regulars.
Have I seen this person?
No, you wouldn't have.
All right. I suppose if he's a trusted individual of yours.
They are one of our workers. They have been with the Bildges for a while, so I would certainly say I trust them.
And that's all right by me.
Very well. Are you available for the guard duty tonight, then?
Tonight?
Yes. I figured you'd want to get a start immediately.
I suppose I am.
Good. Very well. It just sort of turns to you, Fortune. I do apologize to be taking your friend away for you for the night. I assure you she will be paid well for it, though.
She better be.
Good. Very well then, Baroness. Shall we go?
I am going to look at Fortune, and I'm just going to wave with my hand that has the communication bracelet on it.
Yeah, we do have. Cute.
You keep again, you
Yeah.
got them.
Yeah, couldn't manage.
Yeah.
Just stay safe.
Well, I don't always, but I'm sure I'll be fine.
Does Fortune get the hint? The dirt child asks.
Right? Is Fortune smart enough to understand?
Should I roll intelligence?
That's down to you on that one.
Let's see how dumb she is today.
Oh boy. Oh, Fortune.
You didn't roll one.
This is literally a case of you either get it or you don't.
Yeah.
And because it's under a 10, like, you don't, you
It
think,
flies right over her head.
yeah, it's like you see it fly over your head, but you still don't quite, like, you say, huh, okay. All right. So, as the rest of you just chill out in the bar, Nemesis, you are escorted by Cereza through the darkened streets of Groffield. You're taken to the more upkept areas of the city, the bit where the more high-ranking merchants guards, those higher up the pecking order, are. Eventually, you arrive at a small manor. Not huge by any sense. Compared to all the others, it's still rather small, but compared to an average house, it is quite lovely looking. It has a large garden in the front of it. You can see already there's various people that are just walking around the path holding torches as they walk. And as you approach the gates, you do see two other guards just kind of like, they get closer to the gate and sort of block the path. Gentlemen, I hope you're doing well tonight. This is the Baroness. I can trust her that she will be able to fulfill the job perfectly. Just kind of looks over them. Where's the other one? They just kind of look at each other.
Seems to be a bit late. Sure they'll arrive soon.
Alright. Okay. You're able to hold the fort by yourself for a bit, aren't you, Baroness?
Of course. Do we know why she's late, though? Or they?
Could be that they got a bit of a drinking problem, don't he? Yeah, he does.
I'm used to that. All right.
Very well. If that's the case, and she reaches into a pouch and puts 5 gold in your hand, that is for the start of your shift. That will be doubled at the end. And she just kind of gives you a small wave and walks off into the night. The 2 guards open the gate, and they just kind of like point across to where the main door is.
Just stand near the main door. Keep an eye out. Yell if anything happens.
Very well.
And if they get violent, feel free to kill them.
I'll kind of lean by the main door,
Okay.
wait for them to leave.
So they don't necessarily leave, but they do... You don't have... Wait, you do have dark vision, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, so you can see... like, the distance, it gets difficult to see, but you see that they've got some torches nearby. They are kind of in a blind spot because they've got the pillars for the gate to their backs.
Okay.
But as you look about, you can see various other people walking about with torches, just keeping an eye out. If you're
Do they have a particular uniform or?
No, they look like sellswords.
Okay.
If you're keeping a watch for things, then go ahead and make a perception check.
Yep.
4. Okay.
Fuck's sake! First night on the job.
Okay, so you wait for about, I would say about 4 or 5 hours pass. Now, as you have been awake this whole time, you start to feel a bit tired. But eventually, as you just kind of look to your left, you can see a cloaked individual standing the other side of the door, just not looking at you, but kind of as you turn your head, they turn there to look forward. You just hear him say, "Sorry, I'm late."
Are you, I suppose, my partner?
Yeah, name's Ginge.
Ginge.
Yeah, and you just watch they reach into their hood and kind of pull out a bit of their hair, and you can see it's it's ginger hair. And they just took it back in.
Quite on the nose.
Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. Hate it, but it stuck, so kind of stuck with it.
Everyone here has been calling me Baroness.
I assume that's not your name, is it?
Nope. Not at all.
You find in this line of business, they usually stick with a nickname anyway, and it's safer that way.
I suppose At least mine isn't something like black.
Hmm. Just kind of like looks you. Just kind of like looks again. They do have their cloak up, so it is a bit difficult to see. You can only see like the little bit of their hair that's sort of, you know, dangling off from it. You're new here, aren't you?
That I am. First day.
Good to know.
Have you been here a while?
It's difficult to remember how long it's been, but you could say that, yeah. A few years, probably.
Kind of nod. What, like, I know they're wearing a cloak, but, like, how tall are they? Could I infer their race?
So from what you can see, make a perception check to see with the race part, but height-wise, about 5'4", 5'5". Perception. You kind of like where they're standing, there is quite a bit of shadow over their face, but with your dark vision, you kind of see just by the structure of their face, human from the looks of things.
Okay. And this is very clearly like a man.
No, it's a female.
Oh, it's a female. You kept switching between like she, he, they, and
That's probably just because I cannot English very well.
okay.
Predominantly, when they were describing it, it wasn't a discernible gender. It's just, you know, autopilot, random gender
Okay.
pick.
Got it. All right.
So, about another hour goes by, and at this point, make a Constitution saving throw just for me quickly. 9. You have a point of
a plus
exhaustion.
7 to con, for fuck's sake.
You have a point of exhaustion
Of course I do. Okay.
because you've spent the entire night awake at this point.
Yep.
And you know, you just involuntarily yawn, and Jin just like looks at you. You tired or something?
I'm not usually up this late.
Kinda
I
look-
suppose I'll need to adjust.
just kind of like looks around to see, apparently to see if anyone's looking. Says, "There's a small shed just around the corner here. I won't tell if you won't, but you can rest in there, and I'll make sure to wake you up before your shift. I can say some excuse for him."
Can I see if I can trust them?
Make an insight check.
Oh my god.
9.
All right. Given the fact that it's kind of right in the middle, you're not sure? Seems to be. Like, there is concern in their voice.
I'll do that then. Thank you.
All right. That's it, don't worry. If they ask where you're gone, I have to say you've gone to the bathroom or something.
All right then. And I guess I'll go to this shed.
Yeah, it's fairly run down. It's clear that it's not had much maintenance to it, but the door is open. And there is not a... Like, again, it's like... This shed hasn't been, like, inhabited for a while, but you do see, like, some bedding and such there.
Okay. And is there anything else in the shed besides the bedding?
Make a perception check. Six.
Oh my god, Nem.
Just some furniture, but
Oh, I'm supposed to be rolling with disadvantage too now that I have exhaustion.
yeah. I mean, I don't think it really matters, given, you know,
Yeah, it's not
a
gonna
6.
help, but
So yeah, just to see if it gets even worse, if you want. But
fucking
yeah, 2 6s. So yeah, like it's just like it's not so much like a tool shed. It's just like where a gardener would, you know, come and have a quick nap.
all right.
Those kind of sheds.
I'll go ahead and have a quick nap then.
Okay. So, Sleep takes you. And then you're awoken to the sound of someone slamming on the door. Like full on, like, hitting as hard as they can.
I will get up quickly and fix myself. I wasn't.
All right. So
You're all fucked up, Ron.
So you what you call it? You sort yourself out. You go to open the door. It's locked. Like, you try to twist and open the door. It's locked.
Use your big girl strength.
Like, okay, is there like a keyhole or something?
There is a keyhole, but no key.
You could so easily smash down that door.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. I'm gonna not smash down the door, but I'll try to basically break the lock.
Okay, make attack roll. As this is happening, you do hear, like, several voices behind, and you hear one say, "We know you're in there. Open up already."
Oh, gee, wish I could. Fucking. Alright. Do
say
I
that
still have
loud.
exhaustion?
No, you've had a full night's rest. Because you look outside, like a small gap, it is daytime.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking cunt. Bitch. So what roll did you say?
Just an attack roll.
An attack roll? Alright. So...
I mean, it's
do I
a
have my hammer with me?
yeah. I assume you
Okay,
went in
yeah.
there with all your stuff still.
Oops,
18.
I didn't mean to have that, but
18, yeah. So you just kind of, like, yell them to stand back, and you swing the hammer, and literally you knock the entire lock out of the like, the warm bit.
For fuck's sake.
And as you, like, step back, the door slams open, and you see about 5 or 6 of the sellswords, like, sort of pour in. One of them, which appears to be an orc, who nearly as tall as you, like, roughly pushes you against the wall, and just, like, you can see he's just glaring at you. He says, "What the fuck did you do?"
Excuse me? Get off of me.
Are you trying to push him off? Because he is proper, like, pushing you against the wall here.
I won't push him off, because that'll probably be, like, a sign of aggression or something.
You see one of the individuals. You see it's one of the ones that the guy's like, "Yeah, that's the one that was meant to be guarding the main gate. Oh, the fuck happened to you? What are you fucking doing here?"
I was looking for something.
Yeah? Was it looking for a way to make us lose our job? Because you fucking did it.
Oh boy. What happened?
Just kind of, like, look at each other. The orc that's just been staring, he says, "I found the owner this morning. Burnt to a crisp."
Where's Ginge?
Never showed up.
Yes, they did.
They just kind of, like, look at each other.
They were the ones that told me to come here. And
Yes.
then apparently locked me in.
You just kind of all look at each other. It's like, full of lies, ain't you? Only know how to get you to talk. You see the orc just, like, point to like, the small wardrobe things, like, "Get some of the shears out. Let's see how this one likes a little bit of pain." And
Oh,
just, like,
Jesus.
pushes. You watch as, like, one of the smaller ones, like, reach up, like, takes out a key and unhooks the unlocks the door. And as they, like, open the door, it's like, "Oh fuck!" He steps back a few bits, and you watch as a body just fall down onto the ground. You can see a dagger is embedded in its back, and impaled on that dagger is a bit of paper. "What the fuck? Is that Ginge?" It's fucking... And you notice his body. It is a human male with ginger hair.
That's not. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You watch as the one that had opened the door, like, very timidly pull the dagger out. And you can see it is a beautifully carved dagger. It is jet black on, like, its hilt and everything. It is clear that this is, like, a custom-made dagger. The blade appears to be made of obsidian. Just kind of, like, looks at it, just begins to read the notes. And you watch as the color, like, he was already rather pale from this, but you just watch as what remains just goes pure white. His hand starts shaking and he drops the dagger. You need to let the girl go. What are you talking about? Are you fucking deaf? Let her go! He, like, the orc kind of, like, lessens his grip and just reaches over and grabs the bit of paper that you've got and just reads it. You watch his eyes widen slightly, looks to you, and they instantly, like, step back.
What?
You need to go.
Can I take the paper?
I'm trying to find the paper because I fucking know that I wrote it. I absolutely fucking hate it when I do this, when it's like, yeah, I definitely did this, and then it's like, it's not there.
What time of day is it anyway? Like, how early is it?
It's difficult for her to see, because she is in a, what you call it?
A shed.
Yeah, she's in a shed. Okay, so I don't appear to find it, but yeah, so they just shakily hand the paper. There is just a single sentence on the paper. The tall one is next. You harm her or hide her, and instead it will be you.
Well, guess I got what I wanted.
They're all just staring at you with fear at this point.
Thanks, by the way. And I'm going to take the note and leave.
Alright.
Crumble it up.
Okay. So. That's why. One of my bleeding things is broken on this. That's why the music's not wanting to play. Even though Roll20's hanging at the moment, which wouldn't surprise me. Okay.
Roll20 fucking
Just
dead.
needs a nap.
Okay, so. Oh no, Roll20 is having issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, it's really entertaining to watch you try and speak between characters.
Be right back.
Yeah, I need to work on my voice acting stuff a bit more. Just because, I know I do the same voices for a lot of things, which is, I want to do better with that. Let's see if
You
I can...
tend to do the same voice for a woman.
In my defense,
You are not woman.
yes. I'm going to try refreshing my Roll20 and see if that fixes things. Anyway, so you make your way back to, I think Roll20's about to really, like, fucking bite it, which is going to really annoy me. So you make your way back to the Highway Squall. It is early morning, but you make your way back to Highway Squall without any issues. So, my webcam just went weird. So I'm going to try relaunching Roll20 as a whole.
My Roll20 is being weird as well, so don't worry. See, everyone's is.
Yeah. But yeah, so you make your way back to the Highway Squall. And everyone is there, still.
Alright, is everyone, like, up and about?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I'm
having
gonna
some
go to
brekkie.
the table that they're at, and I'm gonna slam the paper down. Guess what I got?
Or did not go well then?
Arguably, it went really well, and also arguably, it went fucking horrible.
Can we see that the piece of paper is stained
What
in
just
blood?
happened?
It is stained with blood. There is the blood of
Okay,
the person that was stabbed in the back.
I'm back. What did
Okay, I'm just gonna look at it and say, I'm guessing that's not your blood, lass.
I met our dear little friend.
You found
Uh,
ink blood?
Let me
He's a friend.
wait. Let me see it. Let me see.
Go ahead, take a look.
Nem seems weirdly calm about this.
She
Right?
seems so.
The fact that like a notorious serial killer is saying like, "Hey, you bitch, you're next. Hey, what's up?" She should be like, "Oh no, leave me alone." But she's like, "Yeah, fuck it."
Okay,
I
so
think Nem's more angry that she just got played.
Yes, this isn't her first death threat. It isn't.
Fair enough.
we're going to need to actually protect Nemesis for once.
I mean, you did say you wanted to use someone as bait to find this fucker. Well, now we can use you.
Yes. And
Just so you guys
how
know, there
nice.
just so you know, the Roll20 Twitter has said that they're investigating reports of general site issues.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I can still operate this without Roll20. It's just except for battle stuff. So if we go into a battle, we'll have to.
You can do like manual rolls, can't you?
Yeah, but it's difficult. We'll see if it fixes itself if that
Yep.
ever happens. But for now, we'll
Okay.
just continue. And sorry for no music because of
Yeah.
it.
I have general. A variety of us, I think, have our own dice please, anyways.
It's never a
Okay,
Karmora
so-
session without technical issues.
Yeah, as
This
long as you
isn't
trust us
my
to not
first.
fudge the rules.
This isn't my first death threat.
yeah,
Okay, I
but you
rolled
got
a
played by someone that was smart enough to somehow put this at you. Therefore, they can
Thought it
probably
was
put a
weird,
layer
too.
around her armor.
I think I meant to go.
Well, I mean, it says the tall one is next. I mean, that could be any tall person.
Oh, yes, except for the fact that I was the one that spoke to them and saw them.
She has a point there, which means that
They were also the ones that locked me in the fucking shed.
but
But
this
if they locked you in the shades, why didn't they just kill you then and there?
Probably not to draw attention to themselves. One murder is enough.
Or maybe it's
also
some
an
form of
intimidation thing.
intimidation ritual.
Aye,
It's like
keeping people
Keep
scared.
tight.
With that being
Yes,
said,
yes,
we should
yes, yes, yes.
probably trap the area around her.
Yeah, new rule. She does not nemesis under no circumstances now travels alone anywhere.
Yep. Okay, so who's gonna go and get a bear trap?
what?
I mean, aren't you
Seriously?
the twink of the group? Aren't you a good
Ah,
enough
your leg! It's stuck in a bear trap.
I haven't heard that
Well,
song
what
in
are
a while
you
though.
expecting me to do?
What's that from, everybody?
Cannibal Shive.
I don't think we have like some sort of arcane item that can be rigged to explode when someone crosses it.
I don't think we'd want to
Go
explode
on,
this
idea.
combined. We
Go
may
on,
have
idea.
enough money to replace it, but you know.
Got an idea. Now, I'm not a magic person, right? But can we scry using an object?
My scrying abilities are limited to places I've already seen. You can only scry the location itself.
Ah, okay. So we can't like use
Sure.
your arcane bollocks to see the owner of this piece of paper. Then
No, like
Is
if
there
we
any
had
way
a
that I could assist you with that? I was
if-
the one that saw them.
no, it's the limitation of the object itself. We would have to, at best, we'd probably want to go ask. We could maybe go ask Zigzit if he has a better scrying thing, but it's a limitation of the item itself, not thing. Like even if I'd use this to scry one of you guys, I'd have to just know where you guys are, not scry you guys. It's useful, but
And for fuck's sake, if whatever you do, please be subtle. Everyone here is a suspect, alright? Whoever it is hiding in plain sight, that's clear. So again, it could be your fucking Zigzit magic boss, you know, who knows?
Listen, it's clear that they're coming after me. We need to set up some sort of plan.
Well, in the end,
We don't know when it's going to be or where. I suppose I should probably keep my movements to a minimum.
in regards to doing this would probably be related to that.
I mean,
She
We
can't
could
travel
tell-
alone either.
what if we tell the Laws Guard they can help us set up an ambush? You know, lock down some streets, some exit points, that kind of thing.
That would make it too suspicious. It would be obvious.
Who's saying that? The fuckhead doing this is not in the Laws Guard anyway.
I don't know. I don't even know if that was their actual fate.
Also, quick question: how loud are you being talk about this?
I
I'm
assume.
guessing that we're being pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good, just checking.
Okay, let's also not forget that we have communicators.
Yeah, that too.
Indeed. Don't they only work for like, what was it, 100 feet, I think?
It's up to. Unfortunately, I'd love to check, but
I'll say it ain't, but I think it only works.
I think
Usually
I think it's like it was 30 feet normally and 100 feet, but you do have to raise your voice, so you can't like whisper into the bracelet.
All right.
I think that's
So
what
we
it
have to
was.
stay within the range.
Here's how this should be. All right.
Thank you,
I
whoever's eating
should-
crisps.
I should probably stay on some sort of house arrest, stick to my room. 2 people at least should be with me. And then we need to set up some sort of trap or alarm system. Possible potions.
Is there some sort of like magic circle or a ward we can put on the door or
Those two
to help
do it.
it? Or
You mean like one of the seals that we in the Rona tomb?
no, might work, eh?
Do I remember those seals? Like, can I actually like picture them in my head? Because I did not write it down.
Which particular seals?
There was a seal on the front of the Rona crypt that kept it locked unless you had a specific object.
That involved a runestone.
A rune stone. Would it be possible to get one of those?
You would have to ask around.
All right. Floriana, Delson, you're the ones more equipped in magic.
We can go ask.
Understood.
We can go to the magic shop to ask if they have items for protection. Delson, do you have anything at base to block? Sorry.
Well, I do have the rope.
Yeah, the only thing I have on hand right now is that if you're fine with it, I can check. I can scry out your room tonight at like equivalent to like 8 o'clock or something, just to make sure you're still there. But just today.
I also have this light stick, which won't really do anything. I could also give you the musket I have, or the palm pistol. They might not hold much, but they definitely make a lot of sound.
Fucking better version of these earrings.
All right. And then who's going to stay with me while Delson and Floriana are looking for like stones and stuff?
I like that I like Raya also stays with you if Fortune's going to as well.
Hey,
All
what am I
right.
doing then?
Why don't you get some bear traps?
Hmm. Can't tell if that's a joke or not. Probably, yeah.
I'm kidding.
Can I just
Yes,
like?
Carolina.
It
Can I?
actually,
Can I just give her just like a oh this bitch kind of glance?
the thing is, it actually could maybe so add a character like all of my
So-
martial characters have a bear trap because I just
I
like
mean,
it's like because it's actually kind of useful.
what do I have on me?
Also, we're booby trapping a public inn.
Well,
Like-
the idea would be to like put
We're
it like
booby trapping a room, okay?
yeah, like a
Yep.
door or
But yeah,
you know
I'm
like a
sure-
door
I'm sure
or the
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 window.
door
The
and
innkeeper's
window
will be
should be
happy
booby
about
trapped.
I'm still not sure the innkeeper's going to be very happy.
Don't worry, we can pay him.
Okay.
Okay.
What I want you to do, Trothdar,
Aye.
is get something to make some sort of trap. Bear traps, I guess, would work. Maybe some acid potions.
You are aware I can make those, right?
Okay.
Yes,
so
but
what-
you're going to be busy, aren't you?
Oh,
Fair
are you with your fucking magic gunsmith? Dazzin bloke trying how to shoot that little trying to shoot that little device of yours.
The musket, yes.
Aye, that one.
Don't worry, I will also make sure to ask around for the moonstone.
Aye. So what do you need for the these acid potions then, lad?
As I said, I'll be busy with that.
Okay.
But
No, like, there's a lot of fucking wilderness outside the city. There's got to be like some sort of hunting supply shop.
Mhm.
Surely,
That's
you know,
true.
you do know I can just get some fucking bear traps. Like they've made me before. I can just say I am hunting bears. I need some traps. Can you get me some? And they don't ask any questions.
You might find
Hey,
other
you-
things at a hunting supply store. Maybe Gratian should go with you. He is a ranger after all.
Aye, I'll take him. Nah, I could do the company. I'm not really sure what I'm buying, to be honest.
also, if you need acid, make sure you check out a potion shop.
Of course.
If they ask, provide them the money to get air elemental wisp and gray ooze residues.
Oh, can I write that down, please? What was that again?
Air elemental wisp and gray ooze residue.
Elemental wisp.
Air elemental wisp.
Air elemental, thank you. And
Grey
grey ooze residue.
The former will pay for a smoke bomb in case it's needed. The
Oh,
residue will
thank-
make acids.
Cool. Alright. Okay, so. Alright. Air elemental wisp, grey ooze residue, traps, and any random shite that I think could help. Okay. Any you're probably gonna be locked away for a while. You got any books or games or toys or anything? Maybe nice.
Why
Maybe.
don't you get me a book on Infernal? I think Fortune and I are having some difficulties by ourselves.
Hmm. Maybe that
And a
creepy
book on
fucker.
Celestial while you're out there.
Maybe that creepy fucker down by the docks could help. You might know a bit about that. All right.
And I'd imagine finding a book on Inferno is rare.
Aye, and there's also a little bit, a little bit untrustworthy, you know. I mean, let's just, it's, it's not as untrustworthy as like, hey, how can I learn thieves' cant? But still,
Just get me the book.
alright, fine.
All right.
Fine. And then,
Anyways, for the next few days, I'll start scrying you at night just to make sure you're still there. Or would you rather me do it during the daytime?
night, probably. That's when it seems things happen.
Okay.
Wait, so who's bodyguarding Nem? So Fortune was?
Raya, Fortune, and it seems Valath, since he's not here right now.
Okay, the big man.
Oh, that's good because he could stay up all night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, he can. He's a perfect
He
bodyguard.
is the surveillance.
Gotta take
Ah,
it.
good.
By extension,
Green.
wouldn't that mean that his snake, bat, whatever, is also on watch?
Fuck, that's high.
I mean, technically, the familiar technically doesn't need to sleep, just like how the fine steed stuff kind of doesn't. They just like to do it because, you know, it's
Yep.
nice to be able to sleep.
I'm guessing it's
tell you
like
what.
because of what their masters do, and so then they make.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, we could get
But Alice doesn't sleep.
we could get Valeth to like get his bat familiar to like keep an eye on the outside of the inn for any weird looking people.
Yeah.
That might be the
The rest
bloody
of us
reason.
also taking shifts watching stuff.
Yeah.
Think I found the reason why Roll20 went weird. It's because it did maintenance like 5 hours ago.
Yay.
And for his side
Still
B,
nothing's
he
fixed.
has a gun.
$28 in the code. $28 in the code. What was it? Your iron one out and patch it around. $249 in the code.
Alright. So,
Doesn't look great. Doesn't lazy got back.
what is it you're all doing then? After this point then?
Right, I'm grabbing the dirt child and heading out.
Okay.
I guess I'm staying in my room, trapped.
Oh no, Raya's going.
Oh no, what are you gonna do in a bedroom all by yourself with your girlfriend? Oh,
Claw.
poor you.
Wait, she also has a horse and Beleth in there.
Even more fun.
I
See ya then, Raya.
Okay.
Oh, see you, right.
It's
My
okay.
fiance went. Oh.
Oh, she's already gone. And it's gone. Okay. So, yep. So you make your way back into your room. And as you kind of just like, as you just sit down on the bed, you feel something rough under the sheets.
wow.
And you slowly, like, pull them back.
Jesus.
Oh god.
And you can see some paper wrapped around something that is solid.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Alright.
Do you want me to open that?
I can do it.
Alright. So you
Carefully.
so you carefully open it, and as you move the first bit of paper, you see a gleaming bit of rock. And as you just move the paper about, it's a diamond, just a bit smaller than your fist. As you move it away, you look at the paper, and it has writing on it. It's in the same style as the note that was found in the back of the murdered person.
Of the real Ginge.
Yes. And as you look at it, it says, "Consider this your cut. We'll talk later."
I'm
What?
very confused. So, this is clearly written by the same person, right?
The handwriting appears to match.
Alright.
I think Roll20's just unscrewed itself.
Yeah, I think we're all getting back in.
Don't jinx it.
I will put the diamond in my bag and just kind of look at the notes. And then look to Fortune and show her it.
Oh boy, I can't wait to murder. It's been a while.
What does this mean?
Roll an insight.
I don't think we can insight check a piece of paper.
You can certainly try.
Sure.
Paper.
And this way, as well, we can make sure Roll20's working proper again, which appears it does.
Yeah.
You look at the paper, and you can deduce
It's paper.
that it is paper that has been written on.
Oh my
And there are
god. What do
letters.
they mean? We'll talk later. Is that just meaning that they're just going to continue to kill me? What's with the diamond if I'm going to be dead?
With the 19, with that fortune, you take a look at the paper. It definitely looks like someone intended to write on it.
See, I told you.
That's probably the highest roll I'm gonna have all day today, though.
You have successfully incited an inanimate object. Its intent was to display the message that was written on it.
Do we have to specify the message?
I don't know, guys. It's an animate
Interrogate
object.
the message.
You know what we. But
All right, so their person got murdered. You were locked in a closet all night, and the mission was failed. You still get payment for being there, but you're in deep shit now.
But this is clearly from the Shadow Phoenix. It's not from our dear Bildge friends. I'm frankly surprised that one of them hasn't shown up yet.
God damn it, Gratian.
Yeah, she did. Correct.
Listen, Nem came out of the closet. We talked about this.
I mean,
I'm
she's going
gay.
out with a woman, so.
I mean, you don't know, a lot of straight people still try to date.
Fucking. Does
Anyway.
this mean I
Is Peach cutting out for anybody else?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did for
she's
me
got-
there. She just
yeah,
said
she
I'm, and then
completely-
it went.
Yeah, I.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Test. Hi.
Well, test it.
Roger, you're coming in perfectly fine there.
There was a motorcycle asshole.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh no, not the motorcycle asshole.
Here, that-
I don't know. It's weirdly like they want to kill me, but they also are. I don't know, flirting or something. It's bizarre. I don't understand serial killers. Well,
maybe,
yeah.
maybe they're mocking you.
So, I mean, it does make you the biggest target.
I guess we'll see what they want to talk, quote unquote, about.
Alright. So
Time to lock down the place.
Right?
those that were going out to do stuff, what is it that you're doing?
Okay. So, what groups have we got going out and doing shit? So we got me and Gratian.
Trap hunting.
Yep.
Yeah, Trusty Boy help getting traps. So what else are people doing?
Magic shop for me.
Yeah, I'm going to stop by there to help with that.
Okay, how about you guys go first?
I'll go do gun after I help them.
Yeah,
Because this is
yeah,
more important.
I think because Dels needs to go do gun. You guys go and do your magic stuff,
Okay.
and
So,
then you can come to me and Grace.
where are you heading to find the magic trap stuff?
So we're just
Does
gonna go
it
to
exist first?
exit
maybe?
whatever is
To
shop
exit.
called.
Okay. And I do have the name here. It's just, with Roll20 being what it is, it was the Arcane Craft is what it's called.
Oh, it had art.
So, you go in,
Let us go in. Almost.
and you can see there Zigzit is currently just surprisingly a bit cheery. You notice the entire time he's always like this growl and this frown, but you can see he's actually got a bit of a small smile now. Oh god, the music's gone again. Is Roll20 doing it again? Is it Roll20 fuck up Electric Boogaloo 2?
Yep.
Probably. Yep. No music for now. Oh well.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So he comes through, and he just looks at us. Oh, it's you, child. Yes. I believe. Are you here to do your work or something else?
I don't work here as venture.
Oh,
He probably.
you changed your form.
I'm here with
Okay.
I'm here with I'm here with Delson, so I obviously have to look normal.
Okay. All right. Then instead of that, what you think he was gonna say, he actually says, "Oh, I remember you all. I'm fairly sure. You, yes, the half elf. You showed up to talk. Yes, talk. That was it. A while ago. Welcome to the arcane craft. Yes. How can I help you?"
Well, first of all, I want to ask, you by any chance have a magic runestone?
Runestones? I may have. I could make them.
I see then.
That sounds like it'll take a while. How long will that be?
It depends on the nature of the runestone.
Locking, I guess. Be how they could. Sound right?
Sounds about right.
So when you say locking, you mean locking a door?
Like
A door, a window, those things, and we'll keep it locked, even if the thing is broken.
Yeah.
So you're saying, yes, let me see if I have this right. You want a runestone that prevents entry even if someone decides to break down the door?
Yes.
You're looking at a runestone imbued with the Wall of Force spell, yes. A rather powerful spell. Rather difficult spell as well. So, yes, it will take some time. Yes, time.
Yeah. I get the sense that it would be too long. By this point, we've already solved that.
If you want security, there is a scroll I could sell you. Yes, a scroll of alarm. This scroll would mean that if you spend some time with some silver thread, you can... It won't block people out. But if anyone who you deem undesirable comes through, you will be aware of it. Be it you awake or asleep.
So
Yes.
that
would help.
Yes, I happen to have a scroll of that available. A recent influx of materials and some of my own work. I'm willing to sell this to you for, shall we say, 80 gold.
80?
80.
That seems fair.
Good. Come on.
Yep, I shall give him the 80 gold, and then
He gives you a scroll of alarm.
Is there also any way that we could set up, like, a magic-based trap that could hold a person if they were to unknowingly enter it?
You're referring to a glyph. A glyph, yes, that would probably be your... the best one that you would want. Those would be a glyph of warding. Those are not ones that can be imbued. They have to be imprinted by the caster themselves. I can certainly do that, though it will cost.
Will cost?
Yes, I don't offer my services for free, boy.
Mm-hmm. How much shall it cost then?
Well, for supplies and the time taken away from my establishment, in addition to how long it would take to actually build this glyph, and depending on what it is that you want it to do that triggers it, I would say 250 gold.
$250 gold.
Yes, yes. And with that, it will depend on what it is that you want in the glyph.
Hmm.
I could make it simply be rather boring and uncultured, but I could have it where it just explodes. Or I can have it imbued with one of the spells that I know, though anything above its own level will cost significantly more.
Since we're going to be warding essentially in room, you don't want it floating.
Yes.
Something probably capacitative, so maybe something like a strong sleep spell, maybe?
Or a hold person. Or blind and deafness.
Super better.
If you're looking for a hold person one, while he searches through his spellbook because he doesn't trust Roll20 at the moment, given its current lack of working. Yes, it isn't working very well, is it there? It is hold person. I could do that for no additional cost. I just so happen to know that spell as well, so you're in luck.
Well, isn't that incredibly lucky?
Yes, though there is a catch with the glyph. I could
Yes.
only cast the one. Depending, how big is the area you're looking at?
It's about a small room.
Small room.
Because I'm assuming you mean like 250 per glyph, right?
Yes, 250 per glyph, and it takes an hour of my time for each one. So, it may cost you a bit.
You really think we need more than one, though, Grayson?
Hmm. It's possible, though one does seem good. And could it be set up to trigger if someone were to enter it while another person were in a different state, such as sleeping?
How specific are the conditions can we?
Well, there's a lot of flexibility with the glyph spell, yes, quite a bit. But it is limited. For example, it will not discriminate on who enters the glyph, barring, say, they speak a password before entering. So, if you have an individual that's asleep, it will still trigger on them. And because they would not be able to say the password because they'd be sleeping, they would not have a pleasant experience, shall we say.
It would be not put somewhere where that would affect, right? This only works if they like stand within a certain range, and wouldn't it only be if they like step on the glyph if they were on the floor?
Step on it, get within a certain amount of range. It depends on what you want for it.
Yes, we will have to put a password then, so that we can cross it.
Landwalkers are cool, right? That's too long, isn't it? Nope.
Oh, were you asking Zixit?
Yeah, so I was actually
Sorry.
like, I mentioned that specifically.
There's no limit to the spell. I've had ones who have wished for it to be. I believe it was a full passage of a book once. Strange. Yes, very strange.
Indeed.
However, the longer the password, the less likely it is that someone might accidentally say it and be allowed entry.
Indeed. And if we were to also do it in a different language than common?
That can be arranged. I can allow it to work for that language, though. You'll be limited to my own repertoire of languages.
Of course. That could definitely work.
Well, I assume the duration for the glyph is pretty lengthy. Does it have multiple uses, or would it only work once?
It would only work once. The spell remains until it's triggered. But it is a one and done deal.
That's what I thought. Suppose if the range will work as long as with in it. If someone did say like said the password, walk into the room, and then went to sleep, it wouldn't trigger while they're asleep. They're just in the zone, right?
They would remain in the glyph, and it would stay inactive because they've set the password and they haven't gone out of range.
But the glyph would be inactive, so that wouldn't.
No, you misunderstand, child. It's understandable, no. The glyph will not activate for the person that says the password, but it won't be rendered inactive. If, for example, you have the explosive runes, an individual says the password and goes to sleep in the glyphs, and then someone doesn't and trigger it, the glyph will go off, and both would most likely perish.
Okay. Yeah,
Of course.
I'm more of folk. Although if we had the whole person one, would it affect everyone in range, or it would only?
It would affect the first person that steps in.
Okay.
Well, the first that steps in that does not utter a password.
So probably did have. So the range of it was, we say, like 30 feet radius. Probably covered the entire room, right?
It would probably.
The range of the spell does not factor into the glyph. The spell will only trigger if it's in range for the glyph to trigger, which is 10 feet.
So the maximum range for it is 10 feet.
So any spell you may have, it may have a range further than 20 feet, 30 feet, 100 feet. It won't matter, because it will go straight for the person that first triggered the glyph.
How about you? Full if I could put it, say, under the bed or close. Any further than that, they're probably just would be attacking from further than like 10 feet in.
It would
The
probably.
The trigger would be a bit more difficult, because there would only be a bit of the glyph that would be able to detect it. Think of it like a line of sight. And imagine the glyph being an eye. The glyph needs to see the person that triggers in order to trigger.
Yeah, more of a express. Probably more like
Yeah.
just inside another room. Be like it would probably not trigger on anyone just walking in the room or outside or from the window, but anyone get close enough to be
Potentially, but then you run into the difficulty of line of sight. If you have someone sleeping in that bed and they inadvertently throw the sheets over it,
It will cast on the sheet.
potentially. Inanimate objects, it depends on the nature of the spell on that one.
I doubt it would work on a whole person because purse.
Yes.
I started to find it funny how long we're discussing just one glyph.
Indeed.
Yes, I've told you the information. I'm a busy man. I have new material to read upon. So, do you need my services or not?
We'll take it.
Very well. When would you like me to set up this glyph then?
Would this evening work?
I'm sure I can find time for that.
Thank you.
But, the gold, please.
Of course. And I give him the gold.
Alright, so take 250 gold off.
I have done so.
Alright.
Well, beyond that, do you have any interesting magical items? It doesn't have to be related to this now.
I do have... It's less magical items and more material that's been given to me recently. I must study it myself, but I imagine in a day or so, I should probably be willing to share it.
Is it something like this? And I take out the jars of magical residue.
Just kind of looks at it confused.
What on earth is that?
I don't.
That we are not sure of.
It's nothing like that. It's... I have been given the honor of the discovery of a new, I guess, sub-school of magic. Yes.
That thing that the crier heard in the streets?
Yes, Dunamancy. Not the name I would agree with. Not that I'm entirely infuriated by it. I admit, on reflection, it has a decent name to it. I've been given the materials for it, and the knowledge for it, of which I'm going through.
What is this Dunamancy subclass like?
You just see, like, the small smile just go wider.
You wish to know about Dunamancy, about the theory, and the execution of it, yes?
Yes, it sounds interesting.
It is. 10 years of research and studying, all by myself with no one to steal it. It is complicated, so I shall give it you in a simple manner. You are here now. You have just bought my services for a glyph to be made, yes?
Yes, I
Now,
have.
what if I told you that somewhere, maybe not even in these planes, there is another Karmora, another Ansor, another Zixit, and yourself, and in that reality, you didn't buy my services?
Are you implying that Dunamancy alters
Alternate realities.
I think
It
I've
is-
heard of this theory before.
It is a theory that's... Wait. From who and where?
I don't know. It's just something I saw during my I rolled a natural 20.
Yes, I know. I know.
I was wondering if D20 was still being fun, thinking you couldn't see it.
Yeah, it did let me saw it, yeah. Yeah, he's just nice.
Does I understand it? Maybe it's more like I just understand it.
I would hope so. I was keeping that under wraps, unless someone at the academy decided to flap their lips. Would not surprise me, upstart little bastards. Anyway, Dunamancy is basically pulling from the power of these alternate realities. For example, one spell I have already learnt, and he just pulls out like what appears to be a small pearl. Imagine yourself in a battle. You look like sell swords. And imagine in one reality you are fighting a deadly being. And in that reality, it hits you with a spell that the Academy have called Fortune's Favor. You can attempt to pull from this alternate reality where, in one reality, they miss.
And it would replace what happened in yours.
Yes, exactly. And with a bit of refinement, which I believe I've gotten, you could actually choose. So, imagine you get a reality where you have hit something, and then you decide to see if you can pull from a reality where you have hit them a mortal wound, but instead accidentally pull from a reality where you missed. You can disregard that reality.
Feels
That is
it feels
powerful,
but
amazing, actually.
feels dangerous. Almost like lose yourself would be no longer in your own reality. Like you end up in a reality where like you never met your entire adventure, or you had died like just the other day.
It's, I can imagine that the Academy met some fatalities when they were making the spells. That was not my concern. I gave them the theory. They made the spells. And if the Academy are confident enough to allow people to go through with this, I don't see the problem.
Suppose if they say this true, then all these alternate realities might be the point where say that the world was changed. Like Karmora was born, but it wasn't Karmora. It changed into like some other world. Say, I don't know, like let's pull a random name. Maybe it turned into a world of Favor.
The complex, as I said, the topic of dunamancy and alternative realities is a very difficult one. My goal was just finding a way to harness this. And with dunamancy, we have found joy in this.
I, for one, am very interested in this. The type of applications that can be used both.
Would you like a
Help
sample
people.
of one of them?
Actually, yes.
You've caught me in a good mood, and you have spent quite a bit of gold in a single transaction. I'm willing to give you the effect of the Fortune's Favor spell. It is a much simpler spell, though I can only do it for one of you. And it would only last an hour.
Ration's one more interested in it. Take it.
Very well.
Yes, I will.
Approach there, Elf 1.
You
I
like
shall
walk.
approach.
You walk up to the You walk up to the counter and he takes the pearl and he just places it on your forehead. You watch his eyes like roll up and there's a slight arcane spark in the pearl. You feel almost like the pearl ends you, but as he pulls away, he's still got the pearl in his hand.
There we go. You now have Fortune's favor.
Essentially, think of Fortune's favor as the lucky feat, but it's only one luck point, and it only lasts for an hour.
It's an on-command luck. That's actually kind of amazing.
I know. Anyway, I assume our business is concluded. I must grab the supplies for this glyph. Shall I meet you, or...?
Yes, we shall give you location to meet us at the highway's wall.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to look into this item, the earring that I got, and I wonder if I can about making more of them, or if you can.
Do you mean this? And holds up the pearl.
No, the earring I have. The earring I got from Ghost
that
of the
one.
Grass. Yeah. I could do anything with it.
Communication. I could make more of those, though.
He just kind of looks down at the wristbands.
I can sense something akin to that in those.
Nothing. They're just basically about the same.
The earring that you have is a bit more specialized.
Is it a little better, or essentially just about the same?
Let me have a...
Then he just kind of like has a look at the earring and such. He just observes it for a bit. He's gonna make a roll.
Handy to figure out the difference between these. But
The only difference here is that the message spell on those bracelets is rudimentary, unrefined. You'd have to start yelling at a certain point for it to work, whereas this one is more refined. You can talk normally. I suppose I could work on making more of these, but how many of them would you need?
how far is the range on the earring then? If we can talk normal.
It is. Well, now that Roll20's working, I can fucking see the stats for the bracelets of message.
Oh, it's 100 feet, but unlike yours, you don't need to yell once it gets past a certain range in order for it to just be heard by everyone.
So even at the max range, talk.
The max range will be unchanged. It's just the spell will be solidified a bit more. It will allow you to talk or whisper as if they're right next to you, when in actuality they're 100 feet away.
I guess overall the difference is helpful then. We already have enough leaf bracelets then. Okay. Well, I think we'll come by and check on you and see if you have anything regarding the Dunamancy item.
Yes, I need to get back to work. Yes, more studying and learning.
Thanks. Maybe I'll see you again sometime soon. Well, I guess maybe.
At this point, he's kind of like blanched you guys out. He's back to reading this spell book. It looks like it's a fresh spell book that he's got, and you assume that's got all the information on the spells.
Okay. So you're gonna head off to do your gun training then, Delson?
Dom? Oh, he's muted.
Yes. Yes, I will. Make sure Nemesis gets the alarm spell scroll.
We will go back to trying to finish. Yes. Having the strength potions might use
Mm,
a lot of. We
of
don't.
course.
Yeah.
I shall see you guys in the evening.
All right. So, I guess
That was
Trafnar
a
and
long-
Gratian then. Yeah, that was a
That was
long one.
That was more because we spent like an hour talking. Like, how does this work?
Because magic.
It's magic.
Also setting magic traps.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
5
actually,
minutes. Here's your trap.
uh,
Okay, bye.
Okay, what are we doing?
You're going to go look for like mundane traps.
Yep.
I'm looking for boring normie traps.
Fucking normies!
Muggle traps. Okay.
Yeah, muggle.
Arthur,
Yeah,
let's go find Arthur. Okay, so can I? Because I'm sure there must be some sort of like hunting supply shop specializing in animal traps and stuff. Surely,
Yep, make an investigation check.
I would love to.
Can I help with that?
Yes, so he can get advantage.
I was thinking, Gratian, Andrew, you're speaking now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey man, how you doing?
He's alive.
I
You
just
finally
figured
get
you
your voice back from Ursula the Sea Witch.
hey, you do have a voice.
He did.
He's back in Roll20 to actually fucking working, so yay.
He's a real boy. Investigation.
real boy.
Fuck.
It takes you about 2 or 3 hours, but eventually you do find a... Because it's not like you're searching about in a forest. You're looking in a city.
Yeah. And Google hasn't been invented yet.
Huh?
And Google hasn't been invented yet.
Nope. Neither are sat-navs.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna. So, what does it look like from the outside this shop?
It's mostly wood-based. It's actually rather, like, haphazardly put together. Like, obviously, it's a solid structure. But it's like they weren't really focusing much on the aesthetics.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay.
It's just like, okay, it's more like I need a storefront to do my business. This works. This'll do.
Okay. Okay. In that case, I will walk through the door, catching my breath as well.
Okay.
Okay.
So
You need a better sign. You do.
I've heard that before. You see, it's a human male, like almost completely, like it looks like he shaved his head and it's just starting to grow back at this point. Has rather large muscular arms and such. He's wearing mostly hides.
This place looks brand new. This place looks cobbled together. You haven't been here long.
Been here about a few months.
Okay. Me and my friend here, and I gesture towards Gratian.
Hello.
We're about to spend a few days in the forest in the wilderness nearby hunting bears. We were wondering if you had any traps.
We got traps here. I mean, you could always make your own. The forest, the ground is usually soft, so you could usually make pitfall traps. But if you're looking for the more mechanical ones, I do have fuel bear traps.
No, what? How much?
They are about 5 gold each. Though you might want to be careful. They are... Understand, I'm aware that you are a strong dwarf, but these are rather heavy traps. A single one is about 25 pounds.
And I sort of just look at Gratian and go, how strong are you feeling today, lad?
About same. Not too strong, but strong enough.
You can't have these back home, can you?
Of course I do.
That's a spirit. Alright, how many have you got?
I've got 5 of them. They are 5 gold each.
Okay. Alright, we'll take two.
Turn. Have you ever operated one of these traps before?
No.
Right. It's very simple. I will show you. And he just like reaches under. He takes out it. It's a bear trap. It's you know what they look like. He says,
Yeah.
So this is the trap. This is it when it is closed, which means it is not catching anything. So what you do is you place it down, and then you pull the sides, and you actually watch like he slowly pulls open, and then you keep pulling until you hear a click. He presses down hard. You hear a loud click. Now you'll see this bit in the middle. This is the trigger plate. So a bear whoops on this, and he reaches. He like takes a stick and he just hits the plate. You watch it just, and it closes on the stick, breaking it.
You can see me like wince as well.
Yes. It's can't really go through bone, but hurts like a son of a bitch.
Aye. Fucking hell, okay.
He pulls out the remains of the stick and just like picks it up and passes it to you. It is like you're a strong dwarf, but it's like it's one of those where it's like, oh, this doesn't look so heavy. Oh, geez, that is heavy actually, kind of deal.
Also, I'm guessing it's quite an awkward thing to carry as well.
Not necessarily. You can like, because again, you know what a bear trap looks like, and because it's closed, so it's
Yeah.
not gonna chomp on anything. You can literally just hold on to the actual like
Oh, that's
bar.
fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Actually, that was kind of nice when I actually was sort of able to use one in that one shot that Zach did.
Do you have anything lighter in the trap department?
For hunting bears, that is the lightest you'll get. If you are hunting smaller stuff, like rabbits, for example, birds, those there are lighter ones. Yes.
Something that can deal with me, for instance.
You'd be stuck with the bear trap or a pitfall.
All right.
Keep in mind that most creatures are bigger than you.
Aye.
And those which are not beefy, you tend to have to use things like tripwires or pitfalls or just a well-placed arrow.
Fair enough. I think it's bear traps will do. Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and one of our hunting party specializes in potion making. I was wondering if you knew where we could pick up some ingredients.
There was a shop called the Scurvy's Bane, but the owner's gone missing, unfortunately. I believe at the moment, Zigzit of the Arcane Craft is currently looking after the potion business until a merchant comes along that is willing to take over.
Is the shop we're in, like in range to Zigzits? That we could use the communicators?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Like, this is, like, Zigzit's, the Arcane Craft is more on the inner part of the sea. This is more, like, near the wall.
Oh, okay.
It's what I imagine. I imagine it being fairly near the outskirts of the place.
Yeah, it's near the outskirts, near, like, one of the many gates.
Okay, I'll give him. Okay, so I'll go. I'll give him 10 gold for the bear traps.
Thank you for your patronage. Good hunting. Hope you get some good game.
Aye. Nice. So do we.
We always do.
Take care, lad. And I turn and leave. And I'm guessing Gratian follows me.
Yep.
which you're able to hold the thing one-handed. Gratian, being the weakling that he is, he's just kind of like, having to two-hand carry it. It's 25 pounds, man. It's like...
Tell you what, how much can I pick up with 19 strength?
I'd be
19
struggling to.
let me see what it says for carry.
I'm two off Hill Giant.
Hmm?
I'm two strength points with Hill Giant, so it's gonna mean something.
Indeed.
I'm trying to... There we go. Lifting, carrying. I remember it's like a math thing where it's like your score times something or other. But I don't know which. There we go. So you can push, drag, or lift a weight in pounds up to twice your carry capacity or 30 times your strength score.
30 times my strength score.
Yep. So
Okay, so it's 19 times 30.
19 times 30 is 570 pounds.
And I'm already carrying 168 of weight.
Yes.
So yeah, I could tell you what. Could I to save Gratian the effort? I'll carry both the bear traps, one under each arm.
Yep. It's easy enough. Like as I said, it's one of those. Like the only kind of bit with the weight was just when he handed it to you initially, and you see something. It's like, okay, roughly how much strength that you need to use, and then it turns out actually you need to use more of it.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing, not kind of like, oh shit, this is heavy. It's like, no, I didn't tense enough.
Yeah, and so basically how it works out is I'm like easily handling the weight, and then I see him lagging behind and struggling. I just go, for God's sake, and I just walk back and go, give me that, and I basically grab it from him, and basically just tuck it under an arm and go, there you go, lad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you need buckling now, do we?
Yeah. I mean, technically, this would be classified more as carrying, which would be your strength times by 15, not by 30. Which, that's still a lot.
I'm still within it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So.
Because you basically just half it, so that's 285 pounds. So you're still fine.
25. Two of the bastards. Oh wait, hold on. I think I got the wrong column. I got the right column. I'm good. Okay. Nice. All right. So I guess, Gratian, have you been to the Zixit's Tower magic place before?
Pretty sure all of you've been there once.
Yeah, I think you've all been there once.
Have we?
Yeah, we went as like the full party.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So we know where it is then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna do something quickly. What would be like memory in the in the stats?
History.
Really?
History's something that's happened in the past, so...
Okay, I'm gonna roll history and see if I remember where the Zigzits was.
When I last went here, it was this.
No, I can't.
Nope! You have no idea.
Oh, apparently I do. Sorry, I double-clicked.
Yep. But no. You just say like, wait, no, where was it? Shit.
Gratian, please tell me you know where we're going.
As a matter of fact, I do. I say stiffly.
Alright,
Let me-
lead on then. One of us has to.
Let's see if I.
and things. And so yeah, I guess I follow Gratian.
Yep.
Doesn't-
It takes a long time, but eventually you find it.
Yeah, so basically by the time we get there, my arms are fucking as well.
Yeah. No, you've been lugging these around for several hours now at this point. Because of both trying to find the hunter's thing and such, it is already late afternoon at this point. You spent a majority of your day just getting lost in Grothfield.
Okay, yeah. And by the time... Yeah, so by the time we see the tower, by the time we, come to the tower, I'm just like... Gratian.
It's not a tower, it's just a regular old building.
To the building, so I assumed it was a tower because wizards.
Yeah.
Gratian, I swear to God, I am testing these bear traps on you.
So
Hey.
is this where the you walk up to and see the sign says, "Sorry, we're closed for the next hour or two."
Yeah, of course. And so we go.
It's still open currently.
Yeah, and so I guess we walk in. And I'm exhausted though.
Yeah.
So yeah, we walk in, and can I just, with a big huff and a puff, can I just like set down the bear traps by the door?
Okay, yeah. So you just put them down. The place is empty, or it sounds like it, until
I
you
am the
hear.
returned.
Yay. Until you hear someone from the back room say, "Was that someone there?" You see Zigzag like lean out from the door.
Oh, customers, yes, customers. One second.
He just cares.
Okay.
You just see him like filled out or something. Then he comes out with a small pouch which he sort of ties around.
Yes, welcome to the Arcane Craft. Yes, welcome. You've arrived at a bad time. I was about to close for the night.
Don't worry, it won't take long. I'm not asking you to, I don't know, craft a scroll of deck enhancement or something.
It would not be the first time.
All I need is just some, hopefully, simple potion ingredients, that's all.
I do have some. Wait, potions or the ingredients?
Okay, right, so, a friend of mine, is looking to make some potions, and then, I think it's just two things he needs for, one for each of them, where are they? And I'm gonna roll history again and see if I remember what the ingredients were. Because I'm a forgetful old man.
Scene.
17, okay. Nice, so it was, fucking, was it, I thought air. Oh, no, it was air elemental wisp, and grey ooze the residue. You need those two things, if you've got them.
I have the ooze residue. As you can imagine, elements don't exactly come around the city much. No. But I do have the residue.
But I know you're looking after the stock of that portion seller who escaped town, so I'm wondering if we had.
Oh, Tiller. No. I only took it on because the establishment asked me to.
Okay, so
The only other herbalist, they said. The only alchemist, they said, beyond Tiller.
I saw they seem because you make spells and things here as well.
Spells are my specialty. In my youth, I dabbled with alchemy and herbalism. And so, when Tiller went missing, the city needed a new alchemist. And what did the Lord's God do? Yes, they came to me.
I mean, you don't seem too happy. I mean, to be fair, like your biggest competition in town just left.
They were never
This should be
competition.
started.
I am not an alchemist. I am not a potion seller. No. I am a master of the arcane arts, the founder of Dunamancy.
What the fuck is Dunamancy?
Maybe I should make a little booklet about that. Introduce those.
So it's about like making big piles of sand? What?
No. Dunamancy is... I've been working on finding a way to say this simply. Imagine you swing an axe at an enemy, and it misses. But, in another reality, you hit them. Dunamancy pulls from that.
That's impossible.
Is it now?
Maureen
can
made one wild and one wild alone.
This
I
should be
wonder,
fun.
could I have
This
done
is
something
not
with-
about the worlds, per se. This is about realities. You believe so much about the different planes of existence. Why is it so difficult to believe that they might be a plane identical to our own?
Alright, old fool. Believe you.
Oh god, I wonder, could Delson actually use that Dunamancy thing to do
I don't know. We'll have to see when the
something
book comes out and it says who can learn it. It might be wizard
No,
only. Who would fucking know?
to do something that he normally couldn't do due to the fortune saver, and that's actually succeed on flirting.
Also, I do quite like how
Well, keep in mind, it only lasts an hour.
Yep.
not gonna lie, I think if somehow Trothnar learnt Dunamancy all the time, he would just go, if you ever had the chance to change your fate, would you? And just always endlessly quote brave.
I think I would
Nice.
do that well in the bar, or well going to get training.
Going by your look, you don't appear to believe me.
Hard with the
This is a bit far-fetched, mate. I mean,
What if I could prove it to you?
aye, what if you could, old man?
Well, there's a bit of risk involved, but when I say risk, I don't mean the dangerous risk. I mean the risk is you may pull from a reality where the result is pretty much the same.
So you're saying it only
Aye,
works?
if you're gonna con me, this potion was from the I made a day before I had my morning shit. This is one from a reality where I did. Is that how this is what I can?
That is a weird example to give. No, there's a simple way to do this. You, the elf.
Oh, don't mind him. He doesn't talk much.
second time he deals with a twink.
Oh,
God's sake.
fuck. All right.
Not one or two.
So what if it was a reality where he wasn't? He didn't go BRB.
Exactly. Very well. We'll go this way. You,
Okay.
dwarf. Come here.
Why?
I just simply want to show you what I mean.
Big eye roll from Trothnar goes. Fine, make it quick, you old fool. And I just
It will be
and I
quick.
just follow and I go to him.
Okay, so
He slowly places the pearl on your head, and you feel like something go into your head, but as he pulls away, he's still got the pearl and such.
here's a simple thing for you to do.
You watch he sort of moves his hands a bit, and you watch as one of the tables that is on the side just moves upwards.
You have an axe, don't you, boy?
I had a bloody good one as well.
One you can throw, I mean.
Oh, I got and I sort of get. I think I sort of reach into my bag and pull out one of my hand axes and give it to him.
No.
Here we go. Here's that.
Throw. You throw.
Oh,
At the table.
right. At the table, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I just go okay.
So go ahead and make an
And
attack roll.
I love the axe at the table.
Yep, so go ahead and make an attack roll. With the hand axe.
Right, yeah.
Alright, so you watch it just slams in there.
Good. Now, you can feel something in your head, don't you? A sort of mote of power, yes?
Well, if you mean that fucking pearl you buried in there, or
Yes. Draw it out.
beg your pardon.
Just focus on it. And focus on what you just did.
Okay, and then he sort of just Trothnar, you can see just staring at the axe, thinking.
Yeah. And then it's weird. You sort of see almost like another variant of yourself. You feel the movements again, and you as if you're throwing it again. So go ahead and make another attack roll. 18. Okay. You feel the axe get thrown, but this time it's lower. And as you see, you sort of see like a combined image of both of them. And then you start to feel like your being starts to get pulled towards either one of them. Which one of those rolls will you go with?
I'll go with the 22.
Okay. Yep. So you just like your vision, like you blink a few times, and the axe is where it was.
So, what did you see?
I have no clue. What the?
Dunamancy, my friend. In one reality, you threw the axe and it hit near the top. In another one, you could have missed completely. You could have hit elsewhere. That is Dunamancy.
Right. Okay. Strange. Alright. Let's say I believe you. Let's say you didn't, lace that parallel you dug into my head with some sort of hallucinogen and I had deja vu or something, or you really did take another version of me who is a little bit worse at throwing an axe.
Deja vu is a common side effect.
Look, okay, I came here to get some fucking potion ingredients, not to, have my entire life thrown into perspective, alright?
Oh, it's... Well, you're the one that questioned it, but... I tell you what. You've humoured me, and I believe I've made you opened your eyes a bit more. So...
He just hands you a small vial that's got like a visceral greyish liquid.
A small price to pay to show people the truth of where they are.
So, what is the so is it the grey ooze?
Yes, it is a grey ooze residue.
Okay. Grey.
Oh no, he really likes it. He discovered Dunamancy, essentially. He's fucking gonna flaunt it.
How much?
Yes.
How much for this grey goop?
I believe that you've, the knowledge of Dunamancy, I say, would be price enough for this one occasion. I'm giving it you for free, you oaf.
What? The fuck did you call me?
I'm sorry, are you also deaf? Now, I am a busy man. I have a job that I've been commissioned to do, so I'm afraid I have to ask you to leave.
No, but just one more question.
Yes.
I'll go. You say you can doing this can change the past. Different outcomes, different realities, or whatever. How far back?
That is a question that even I'm not sure on. Dunamancy, as it is based on what information has been gleaned for over 5 years of research by the Academy and myself. It's always being explored. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to go all the way back, make it a reality where the dark never happened, where the lost schools weren't actually lost.
I've made some poor judgments in the past, and I've got some things I'd like to change.
I would not hold your breath. The risk of Dunamancy is great. These are the ones that we have been able to get with the least negative outcome.
Well, what was your name again?
Zixit. Zixit Neff, founder of Dunamancy.
Alright, Zigzit Neff, founder of Dynamancy. Long name, by the way, you should shorten that to Zigzit Neff or something.
You
And
see
then
his
he says,
eyes
"Smug."
narrow. You see, like he's now like his smile's like just, one of those where it's like they're trying to smile for you, but they're also visibly angry kind of deal. Just a strained smile.
He's like tired of this idiot.
Well, Zigzit, just so you know, if you're ever looking for a lab rat, contact me. Me and my friends are staying in the highway squalid.
Well,
I've actually got a commission there. Although I don't think I'll have anything today. I've got a job to do, after all.
Okay, I might. Okay, let me guess. Foppish elf was here with a few friends.
I'm afraid I don't discuss clients.
Of course. You won't. Right.
They paid me for a job, and I'm about to go and do so. Speaking of which, I must close up the shop.
I better be off as well. It's getting dark. Well, thanks for the vial of goop and for opening my eyes, man, old man. And I sort of, I sort of like do like a goodbye nod to him, turn around, start to leave, then go, oh right, and then go back and pick up the bear traps and walk out.
All right. Yeah, I think you spent more time at the Arcane Craft than Kimberly's shop. You guys, I want to say
We
because
have.
I think you've had more. I think you've had more visits for Kimberly's, but they've been shorter.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
Zigzits
like
have
the
been.
model.
I think it's been. I think Zigzit it's been like a quantity in terms of time spent, whereas its quantity is in number of visits.
well, Kimberly has a hard time keeping like his thoughts straight. This guy just likes the
With
monologue.
monologue.
Kimberly, it's
Scared of
always
Kimberly.
quality time.
Yeah,
Zigzit just likes to.
It's
Zigzit
because
just
we're
likes
not scared of
to.
Kimberly.
Zigzit. I
Just likes
mean,
the monologue.
as Poliana would see, ever since he got that letter and kind of got over the initial parts of it, he's got a bit of an ego now.
Yeah.
He's a lot better than like when I first went in. So like, oh my, he seemed like he was just really pissed off at night. It's like,
Is he still
Happy.
crazy paranoid, by the way?
He seems so. Like, he still has the shifty eyes, but he looks to be a bit more in control. Maybe it's because the thing that he's been keeping under wraps has now been officially, disclosed, and he's not working on anything else at the moment. You don't know.
Okay.
yeah, like I'm keeping the secret of Zigzitmancy under wraps. So I was like, okay, it's public. It's now Dynamancy.
It's like, yeah. I mean, it's clear that he was very pissed off about that, but it looks like he's kind of came to an understanding that, you know what, this ain't so bad. I'm still gonna be credited as the founder of the theory.
I am the one who created this.
Now let
Yep.
us now
I'm
become the
a genius.
master of it.
All right, so you all come back to the high wind squall.
Wait, could I have flirted with my gun master?
Make a charisma check.
Use that to use the fortune's favor.
Yes, if you want. So go ahead and make a charisma check. If you're not happy with the roll, you can use your fortune's favor to try and roll again.
Okay.
I like how you were kind of like low key doing voice, but not quite.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you would have only had an hour to use it, so I imagine you use it pretty quickly. Okay. If you want to use the fortune's favor, you can. Okay, and now you can choose whichever one of those you want. Think of it like a luck roll.
I shall take the bigger one.
Okay.
You don't want to fail.
So you flirt with Sicily a little bit.
You see everything.
It's kind of sad that our two instances of using it have been reality. Our reality is better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what happens when you do Mancy. You bank on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you do flirt with Sicily. You're not sure if of their stance on it because they appear to be more focused on teaching you gun. Though you do notice a small smile.
Really?
Do I also notice the bounds of reality?
So when it happens with you and keep in mind this is just the whole flavor thing. Obviously, I'm not going to describe it all the time. This is just in the moment. You start your flirting, and then you sort of like, as you finish, you pull from this mote of power, and then you hear yourself talking again. You're not actually talking, but you hear yourself talking again. And as you listen, it's like, wow, that sounds a lot worse.
That was.
And then as you start to feel your being start to get tugged like between the two of them, you focus on the one which you first did, and you get a bit of a feeling of deja vu. All right, but eventually evening comes by. Zigzit even shows up as he you can see he's just there, small pouch. He's just kind of standing there, just looking around until he sees the two of you.
Ah, yes, you. You're the ones that needed a glyph to be installed. So where are we to go?
And sees Shrafnar.
Oh, are you an acquaintance with this dwarf?
Did he bother you?
No. In fact, he was interested in the art of dunamancy.
Oh, you too? That's great!
I think that makes sense based on what we know of him.
Not sure I fully believe it yet, but
I do.
I'm sure they will in time. Anyway, time is short, so where do we need this glyph installed?
Okay, come on. We're going up to the princess's room.
Me, what?
Don't worry, it's just a nickname we've given her.
Right.
And so you lead him up to Nemesis' room, which I assume, Nemesis, you've been in there all day.
yeah, how was your day?
How was my day? I did nothing.
Weren't
I
you
stared at
practicing?
walls and listened to Fortune babble.
Yeah, weren't you
You only
practicing?
braid your hair.
Well, we found some help here, but let's keep the command for this a little low. Want anyone trying to hear it?
Do we want it in a
Right.
different language?
Let's see. What languages do you in fact know?
I think we all probably know Elvish or Dwarvish.
No.
No.
Keep
Technically,
in
we don't-
mind, you're limited to my own knowledge of languages. I'm the one that has to imprint the spell, after all.
And what do you speak?
I speak Common, Infernal. I know a little bit of Fey.
Like Sylvan.
Sylvan, yes. I'm not a fan of that word. I prefer to call it Fey, but yes, Sylvan. Primordial is another one that I have a good enough grasp on.
I'm fluent in Sylvan, and I can speak a little Infernal.
We don't know Draconic. I thought that was like one of the most common.
Not everyone is you.
I'm saying him, like Zix is. Like you don't.
Oh, I never bothered with that pish posh.
You know he has a point there.
Suppose.
I mean, I know it, but it's only really come up once.
If I wanted to know Draconic, I would be in Drow Great Worm.
What?
Drow Great Worm? The kingdoms to the north of the Dragonborns.
I guess for me it just feels like it comes next.
Delson, don't you speak Infernal?
I do, in fact, speak Infernal.
Technically,
So
as long as we can
Fortune.
say the words, have to know the language. He just needs to know it. But
It
unfortunately,
would be good if we can pronounce it.
yeah.
I say
Yeah.
we go with Infernal since it's the most common for all of
Okay,
us.
I can't say a fucking word on that though.
Can't say it
so
either.
I
Decently
guess
good with
you should
languages.
read that book as well.
Yup.
Oh,
Decent.
fuck the book.
Are you serious?
Look, okay, we got
You had-
lost, okay,
You
finding
had 2 jobs.
I know, and I did the 2 jobs, so pick up jobs, and I reached into my bag and handed the vial of Grey Ooze. There you go, lad. I couldn't get.
Oh,
I
yes.
didn't have it. Didn't have any of the elemental West unit.
That one's actually kind of understandable considering elementals aren't exactly common in your cities.
That's the exact thing that I said.
Also, I've got 2 bear traps with me, but no book. Sorry.
I'm not even sure where you'd find the book.
Tell you what, if you make the night, I'll go get it for you tomorrow.
We'll make do without it. And wait, did Floriana bring you the scroll?
Why would I have given the scroll? I think you had it.
Because I was giving it to you to give to her.
I went to go potion making. I probably got back at about the same time you did.
I literally was saying as I was going, make sure this gets to Nemesis.
Maybe you cut out right when you were leaving. I don't remember you saying that at all.
Oof.
I definitely will say
see.
that she didn't remember you saying it if I don't remember it.
Have I came at a bad time? Or
No, fine.
No.
Can someone just give me the things that I need?
Okay, well.
Kimberly looks a
Someone
bit
gets on.
confused.
Right.
Someone.
Yep, it's time to give her everything.
Here's 2. Here is 1 and 2 bear traps. There you go.
Thank
And
you.
I basically just chucked them on her bed.
Here is my rope of mending. And also have this palm pistol, which I was able to make. Made like 1 shot with it. The rest are my musket shots, and I value this gun a lot. I don't want it to break.
so, what word are you looking for then? I already know that it is the hold person spell you wish imbued in this. So what word are you looking for? You say infernal. Is there a particular word, sentence, phrase, entire
There
part
is
of a book?
phrase. And
It's
I
something
shall
that
say, I'm going to say this one in Infernal.
That we.
Someone who doesn't speak Infernal, what does it sound like?
It's a lot of guttural noises.
Oh, okay, so.
It's like, I guess, think of it sometimes how Klingons speak.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's probably right. I heard that much Klingon though.
It's like
most-
Klingon, but more guttural.
Okay.
You're not writing an entire fucking book, are you there, Tom, if you're saying it's this?
No.
I mean, the only thing is that we might decline it if we don't. If the 2 of us say we can't say it.
Yeah.
This is what I go to say.
You are aware Fortune speaks Infernal.
Yes, I am.
You do know
That's
that
why I'm
Fortune would clearly accept this statement.
Exactly, that's why I'm saying it, and I'll give Fortune a little wink.
Right, that one will be difficult. Yes, difficult for those not versed.
Where I'd like to say some kind of language base would be helpful.
Yeah. So can like for people who don't speak
I-
Infernal, can Delson sit them down and go like, "This is how you say this one phrase."
Yeah.
I'd like to.
It would be similar to how Nemesis and Fortune have been teaching each other. One of you makes a charisma check, the other one makes an intelligence check.
Yeah.
I'd
Okay.
like-
Fortune,
like to-
can you help me with teaching them this phrase?
I can help you with that.
Do think
Yeah.
as a changeling, I have a better idea of how to speak languages, but
Yeah. Can he like transform into a tiefling and then?
that does not work that way.
Does not work that way for
That's how
changelings.
it works.
Okay.
As a changeling, not really. changeling is about your physical appearance. It's not about like your knowledge and interpretation of languages.
It's not.
That-
They're changeling. They aren't a succubus.
I really miss the 1 feet I was doing the
I mean,
linguist.
changelings could take the appearance of a succubus, but
Where's the 1 feet that I think was a changeling?
I think it was in like in the on Earth Arcanum variant, and then they got rid of it.
Maybe. Like I remember there was in the 3.5e there was a changeling. I think it was a changeling for like learning language different levels. Okay, I like think it's like 20. I just know every language in the game.
But yeah, if you want to double down on that infernal thing, then do
Anyway,
the thing.
So what was the check again for us?
So the person that's going to teach them the phrase makes a charisma check. The person that's trying to learn the phrase makes an intelligence check.
yep, I shall make the charisma check.
Okay, let's see if we can teach an old dog.
Wait, do I get advantage with fortune helping?
No, because it's essentially the same thing that you're trying to do.
Okay.
So would it be 2 charisma checks if I still want to try and help?
You can throw your own charisma check in there as well.
I did bad.
14. Okay. Between the two of you trying to like teach them infernal, one being natural because it's a tiefling, the other one just being learned of it, it's difficult, and it does take the majority of the time for you to Gratian student as well. It takes a majority of the time that Zigzit takes to actually craft the glyph. You're fairly confident that you'll probably be able to do it. It's just a check of it's going to be a question of just how picky the glyph is on your pronunciation.
Pronounces it wrong. Slap. Try again. Wrong. Slap. Try again.
Wait, is Nemesis also getting involved on learning this one?
What's the line from God of War? Like, do not
Nem has
try.
some decent understanding of Infernal.
You would get advantage on this because you're trying to learn a specific phrase, and you already have a loose like a toddler just learned to speak kind of deal. So you would get advantage on your intelligence check.
Alright, I'll go ahead and...
She
Don't
can
be sorry.
confidently demand her morning toast.
I'd like to pick the better language, but I don't think any of Zixit's other languages.
I want pancake!
The music's broke again.
Yeah, my thing isn't loading either.
Oh no!
It took a couple of minutes for me to actually get that roll.
I can't believe Roll20's fucking dead again.
Well, I
God
can.
damn it, we didn't even do anything
It's-
gay this time.
It's okay. I'll just roll for you because I know that you've got a 0 to your intelligence bonus or whatever.
I'm dumb.
He is a dumb.
Well, you're lucky because you rolled 2 19s.
Oh, sweet.
Hey!
I mean, that was me
Hey.
rolling them, but you know. Yeah, you grasp it pretty quickly. And you can confidently say you now know those words decent enough.
Wait. Did you really put this as the password?
You're damn right I did.
Well, it's not true.
Oh, there we go. And you got a
didn't
natural 20 on
say
the roll.
anything. And I look over to Fortune.
It's a true statement. There's nothing wrong with it.
It is not a true statement. I'm not a prince. I am a...
Yes, we know you're a baroness, but you're a princess to me.
As such, I shall now stop calling you princess, for it is now her right to say it, and only hers.
I'm still gonna call you princess occasionally.
Yeah,
This
Now I
is
just gotta go
what
back
you
and change it.
don't.
And this is what we call a pet name.
And this is the glyph done. And you just watch he finishes the last of the chalk, and he watches the lines sort of like emit a bright light before they fade out to the point where you swear that it's basically not there at that point.
There we go. Be sure when you step into it that you say the password first.
I want to give him 3 extra gold for the help.
Oh, too kind, too kind. Yes, you are. Well, My work here is
So what
done.
Gratian asked, what happens if we don't say the spell?
Oh.
Phrase.
The spell that is stored within the glyph activates. On you.
Yeah. And it's a whole person, and from him, I'm pretty sure that would be hard to shrug off.
Rather, yes.
How do we
Oh
see?
my gosh, sleepover time. We could braid Trothnar's beard after he takes a bath.
I think Trothnam might actually like his beard braided.
It isn't a campfire, Gratian. These are campfire games.
God damn it.
I heard you say that.
We
don't
could light a
think
couple of candles in the center of the room and count it as a campfire.
I don't think we
Maybe.
really need
But
a
we also
sleepover.
need to keep guards on for Yamacy, along with just Beleth being there, doing Beleth stuff.
we need guards and spotters on the outside.
Yep.
Did Nemesis end up telling us about the note and the diamond, or
No, only 4.
okay?
Only Misfortune knows it.
Okay.
Tom,
Yes.
would Trothnar remember any experience of doing like bodyguard or protection work while with the warden?
Yeah. It's not like it's not rocket science. It's guarding a place.
I know.
I mean, Nemesis kind of failed at it, though.
I will go outside with Gratian.
Okay, well, is there a window? Is there a window to her room?
Yes, there is.
That's where we're going to be guarding.
Yeah, we need people. We need eyes on that window at all times. And...
Yep. To the window.
Isn't that what we were
Whoa.
gonna have Valeth do? Just have him like stare out the window as a guard that way?
Yeah, that works.
Pretty much.
That's perfect.
While we're outside of the window. And we'll have some people just standing outside the door.
We could just have Raya lay down in front of the door.
That, you know what? That's actually fair.
She's big. It's
Except the
gonna
question
be
is,
noticeable to climb over.
where are we gonna put the bear traps?
Yeah, I was gonna put them at the front of the door.
I'd say put one by the door and one by the window.
What inside the room?
Alright.
All right.
I guess we'll do
Yes.
that.
Guess who's gonna forget about them and step on them?
And then we're gonna tie some paint cans up on top of the stairs. It's gonna be
Fucking-
great.
We,
And
oh
we'll
my
have
god,
the
oh my
alarms
god, we can
bell.
make tin can telephones.
We
Yeah,
have
well-
magical bracelets.
We already can do that.
It's not the same, Fortune. It's not the same.
And we'll have the alarm bell basically as a little perimeter wire around Nemesis. So someone goes by her bed.
All right.
What if like Fortune wants a cuddle in the night or something?
She's go-
Isn't that what Fortune's for?
All I heard from you, Peach, was she's going, and that's it.
she's going to be on the bed anyways.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It is. Are they double beds in the room, Tom?
They're pretty large beds, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
cool. Just check.
When it was like when it was like we're gonna buy rooms, the innkeeper just figured it's like okay, so it's like you're buying these many rooms, okay, so we're gonna need beds that can fit that size. Okay, there you go.
Cool. Alright, you thought I was
Tiny
wondering.
people stay in the children's rooms.
The high wind squall is not like one of the more rundown ones where it's like this'll be fine. The proprietor
Yeah,
actually,
'cause
Very
yes,
haphazardly slapped together bunk beds, very rickety.
yep.
You have like random pieces of wood holding them up.
That'd be kind of fun. Kind of neat to see what that still.
All right. So
How are we doing the gardening thing? Who's going to be outside?
I'm going with Gratian outside.
Okay, and then so Valeth is keeping an eye out the window. Who's going outside the window to like on the other side to keep an eye? out?
I just said that.
You and Gratian.
Yeah.
Okay, I will guard the front. I'll guard her bedroom door then.
And we'll just have Raya just sleep right in front of the door.
I'll just have
On the bear trap.
No, not on the bear trap on the other side.
But don't
what
force her to sleep standing up. Can't we just put the bear
On the
trap
corridor.
underneath her?
They don't act.
Yeah.
They can, but they don't.
Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna use my scrying orb, get some,
Okay, so I think me and what's her face, Raya will probably take like sleeping shifts out in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
the screams of children in the inn.
Yeah, is it like children's night at the highway school?
No, it's called background
They
noise
have
for
this
somebody.
They have this really weird Warforged. It looks like a teddy bear. I think it's gonna try and kill us.
Yeah, it's called. They call him Freddy.
I swear to
And
God.
people always ask if they're ready for Freddy.
I swear to God,
Oh, what?
if like the Shadow Phoenix ends up being just Five Nights at Freddy's, I'll be so annoyed.
Noted.
No.
I will laugh at this.
It's just like,
But-
it's like people keep dying and being stuffed into bear suits.
Here's
What's
the
happening?
music.
All right.
For some reason, this Warforged has a place in its body where you can stuff a child.
Yep.
We should look into that.
Okay. So, you've arranged your guard shifts for the night. So, if that's the case, I want everyone that's doing the guard shifts to roll perception checks, and I'll do one
I
for
get to
Val.
fucking sleep.
She gets to sleep like a pretty princess.
Okay, I'll do Valve's
What
here.
would the roll for who would like be the little or big spoon?
Huh?
I don't know.
I've kind
Oh
of always
my-
imagined it like Nemesis just having to lay on her back, Fortune's using her chest as pillows, and then Scamper's just sleeping on top of both of them.
Yeah, that would
Praise
make
me. Praise me in my awesome powers of perception.
Jesus.
Fucking
Yes.
Christ, people.
Oh god, you guys.
Oh.
I'm gonna fucking die.
And
Don't worry, you have
so-
the world's greatest detective on this.
And so, I assume both Fortune and Raya are also just keeping a watch out as well, even though Valve's in there.
There we go.
Yep.
There's gonna be a lot of perception rolls.
Okay, I'll roll for Raya then as well.
He got a -1.
I'm just waiting for my roll to show up.
Let's see
Are
for
you Are you
Raya.
trying to perceive them
Okay.
boobs?
She can
That's
perceive
fine.
nothing but the boobs.
All right.
Although, I get the sense that like, what about Nemesis' butt? I'm guessing that would be that's fairly decent as well.
Fortune has successfully hid behind it going into someplace, so yes.
Okay, cool.
It is.
All right.
Hey, we got
So-
3 good rolls.
So you all settle in.
Wait, we forgot one.
Who?
Scamper.
Scampers?
Oh,
Alright.
this is Campus doing a perception check.
Of course.
He's gotta
Yes.
help his moms.
Okay.
He's in the team.
He found gold.
So
He found
just so I'm right on this one, the people that are in Nemesis' room are Fortune, Raya, and Valif, yeah?
Yeah.
And then everyone else is outside.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So, the night comes through. You all keep observing. Valif sort of nudges Raya when it's her turn to take shift. And as Raya is looking around, you feel a kick on the bed. And you see it's Raya that's kicked, kicked it to wake you up.
Mm.
There's
Oh,
someone.
how can I-
There's someone outside.
How would me doing a scrying in the middle of the night work?
Okay. Well, I would say at this point that's you're using the scrying guy at this point.
Yeah, I'd probably
Um,
do it around this time.
Yeah.
time
So go ahead and make a
shift.
perception check then. See if you see what Raya sees.
Alrighty. Not perception. They look alike. They are not the same. If it will roll. There.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
Because you're
I see it
focusing
outside?
specifically on the door, you can't see where Raya's looking. She's indicating outside. Nemesis, you sort of go over to the window and just kind of look, and you see where Raya's pointing. It is a cloudless night. And so you can see quite far into the dark. You can see about two sort of blocks almost away from you. So like there's a building between yourself and the inn. You see a figure standing on the roof. It has a hood over it. Looks human. And as you look carefully, as you squint, you can see, judging by like how it's facing, it's looking directly towards you.
Wait, would I see this?
You're outside, so no. Like you're.
Nope.
This is like the same level as where the room is. And you just watch as the person slowly points a finger over towards the docks, looks up, and then puts a number 2, like with their fingers, before they just jump down out of sight.
Creepy.
But not seem.
Just roll an intelligence check to see if Raya and Valif got it. Valif didn't. Raya did. I mean, I can say what it means because Raya did get it with an intelligence check if you want.
Should I roll an intelligence check?
Yeah, sure. See if you can figure it out.
Alright.
It's not got a very high DC.
There we go. Oh.
Yeah.
I was still on advantage from the infernal thing. I got a nat 1.
Well, and luckily, because Raya rolled a 14 on her
God.
intelligence. I think whoever it is says they want you at the dockyard in 2 moons. And that's what we're going to call it for this episode.
Fucking hell.
Oh boy. It's gotten intense.
Yay.
Huzzah!
It wasn't intense like an hour ago.
Yay.
It was intense an hour ago.
Yeah, an hour ago we were still in the shop.
We're such bad guards.
Yeah, we spent like so much time just talking to Zixit.
Yeah, a lot of that turned out to be Zixit. It was like, oh god, really high temperature. Oh look, Zixit, he's really overjoyed that he's become the founder of Dunamancy. Ah, that's nice for him.
He's become a real
I
prick.
can't wait until
And then it's like,
see if
oh yeah, shit, the Shadow Phoenix. Fuck.
Also, I'm also sorry for having to make you pull up an entire hunting shop out of your ass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't know any better because you weren't
Let's
really
face it,
into
this thing didn't start off that bad until Nemesis did her job.
Yeah.
I thought
Until then, it was
Delta.
Delta being a bitch again.
There is stuff I could say about that, but I'm gonna save that till down the line.
Yep.
Because there was a lot of stuff in the background for that entire bit. And I'm so happy because I had fucking written myself into a corner and was just there like, shit. So thankfully, yeah, no, this entire time I've just been ripping my hair out because it's like, well, shit, no, I've fucked myself over on. Okay, it's just now that we're past this part, I'm out of the corner.
Is there
What
anyone
is-
you telling how you got yourself?
Yeah, what kind of corner can you explain? Like, what can you explain without
It's-
spoiling?
That's a bit which I'm trying to work through here, like trying to figure out how to say it. It was basically the risk was of all the scenarios I had reaching a dead end.
Okay.
Because, like, obviously with D&D, like, it's all well and good to have a few dead ends here and there, so long as it can continue onwards. I was at the point where it's like, well, no, that leads to a dead end. That leads to a that leads to a dead end. Shit. How am I gonna... Fuck. Ah.
Like, what if, like, Nemesis did not get tricked or something? Or would that would have been a good...
I had contingencies for that one. I'm not gonna go into detail about it. And there were scenarios for that one. That was like one of the few things where it's like, well, okay, if it goes this way, I can write myself out of this. I can get out of this corner. the first one was like, if you guys had just been like, I'm just to be brutally honest, which gives you an idea of how I'm not perfect with this shit. Like, if you guys just went, right, let's go hunt for the Shadow Phoenix, and only hunt for the Shadow Phoenix, I was just like, shit, how am I going to give them the things that they need in order to find them?
Yeah, I suppose I suppose we kind of thought.
So essentially, if no one did,
It was kind of like get some bait and make the Shadow Phoenix come to us rather than we find the Shadow Phoenix.
Yeah, like the
We set up
whole
a box and string.
Pretty much.
yeah, like that's a thing. It's like I did get I did write myself into a corner a few bits here, but I think that's just because given again, I can't go with this much into it because spoiler stuff, but like the background stuff with this makes it really difficult to have it more concise and such.
Yeah.
But that is a obstacle that all DMs face. It will get to a point where it's like they do get themselves into a corner. Like I bet you Matthew Mercer's had a few occasions where he's just screwed himself over.
Well, what do I do now?
Yeah, because and I think he has mentioned in the past like some things, like even though it's small things, like Victor from campaign 1, he kind of got pushed into a corner on that one because like, oh wait, shit, Percival's looking for ammo. I don't have anything planned for this. This. It's the same case this one. Like it's a case of like, shit. Okay, so they're trying to get the supply from the currents, but they have to get involved with the Bildges. But how are they going to do that? And also, how are they going to connect all that together? And as I said,
guys know the art of Dunamancy. You pull reality where you know what it is.
See, Dunamancy is a bit different because that's not going to really change anything. Oh, hey. I just found out something as well.
I've realized something about Dunamancy.
Yep.
Bold of you to assume that I can't just spell chameleon it at later levels.
I don't know. Well, I find out when the book shows up. But, yeah.
I has magical secrets.
Yeah. I just found out something that happened an hour ago.
What?
If any of you want to go to America, if any of us want to come to America, we can't because they're suspending all UK travel now.
They've extended the European ban to the UK and Ireland, yeah.
Yep.